just did the big fight with the with these aberrant spiders, which was a very difficult fight. But you guys managed to get through it.
It was so close.
Yeah, Pilbo managed to grab their attention just long enough for you guys to finish them off by throwing an alchemist fire at like the last one, as it was at
Oh, that's
Jay's
right.
cornered. And they have like this kind of compulsion basically to attack. I mean, they hate fire because of their weakness to it.
Yeah.
So if somebody attacks them with fire, they drop whatever they're doing and they go after whoever did it, even if it's just like
Yeah, that's why they
even though it
went
was
and
just, like-
murdered Hannah, or tried to.
yeah. And then same thing why they dropped everything they're doing, even though it was just 2 fire damage from Pilbo throwing an alchemist fire at them. Like that was enough for them to be seen red. So you guys got that. You guys managed to also find the shrine. That's where this thing was built into. There's this little shrine that's set up in the Sahedron, and like it's got a spot for each one of the shards. It looks like and there's one sitting in one of the slots in there. So you guys haven't really figured out like what that's all about yet. But you guys have the shard, and you guys also like Silric, when he picked the shard up and put the Ironstone on, he sees where the next one is, which was a kind of sees like this vision of like a looks very similar actually to the painting you guys got from Lockerby's wife that Lockerby painted himself actually. That painting. So you guys don't know where that is yet. I don't think anybody had like knowledge geography that rolled high enough, but you guys will probably be able to figure that out pretty easily. Like just ask around here in Magnamar. Or at least you're about to be back in Magnamar. But yeah, that's kind of where we left off. So we didn't actually go back to town. You guys haven't like went and talked with anybody in Magnamar about the Darrow or about the fact that you guys got the last shrine yet. Like you haven't gone and talked to Heedmark. You haven't gone to talk to Sheila Heedmark or her husband. So that's kind of where we're at now then.
Yep.
Sweet.
And I assume that she's gonna tell us, like, oh, like, I need you to come, like, investigate this place now. There's... Alright, no, we don't actually need her for that, right? Silric Shard should tell him where we need to go next.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He got a vision of... So when he already saw where you guys need to go next, he just doesn't know where it is. Like, he didn't recognize what he was seeing. But what he saw was basically, like, this image of... it kind of looked like a statue of a woman holding, like, a torch. On like a kind of wave-swept coast, like kind of on a cliff overlooking a cliff of the ocean. But yeah, like I said, I don't think anybody rolled high enough on the knowledge geography last time. So you guys will probably have to ask a little bit, but like I said, it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, the only person I see that rolled a knowledge geography last session was Jace, who rolled a 7, which is not very good.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have the skill ranks in knowledge geography.
Yeah. But well, I could just give this to you because you guys, like I said, you have a painting that looks the same as what Silric's describing, or somebody has this.
Yeah, the one we got from
who's holding this painting?
Not Lockerby, but from his lady.
Yeah, from his wife. So perhaps, thinking about that, you might look at the painting, and actually the painting would say what the place is called. It's listed. It's named on the painting as the Lady's Light.
The Lady's Light. Okay. Do we know what that is?
Apart from the fact that it's a statue, no. But like I said, you have a painting of it, so it should be really easy. You can say, "Hey, where is this?" To like you could even go ask Lockerby. on your way out, perhaps. I mean, he's the one who figured it, so
Sure.
obviously he's seen it.
That is a good idea. We should ask Lockerbie. And inquire if he has other artwork for sale.
Well, let's I don't know, let's gather some information then, maybe around town about it. That should be doable.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys are still in the dungeon right this moment.
Oh, okay, well,
it's really easy to
I
get out.
assume we're all leaving the dungeon, right?
Yeah, no reason
I don't think
to
there's
stay.
any other, like, business.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we're confirming that. So you guys are able to leave really easily through the sewer. It only takes like, 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
You guys come out. You guys are pretty beat up, but you guys are all able to leave on your own power.
I think so.
Best friend is fully healed because he has fast healing.
Yeah. He's a machine, literally.
And then you guys would be that in that case. Yeah, you could be back in town. I think it's like you guys did do some stuff like earlier before you came into here, so it is probably like during the afternoon at this point. So yeah, you do have some time. You do have some daylight to work with as well, but again, like I said, there's no rush for you guys to like go anywhere right now. Like this lady's light, as far as you know, there's no reason for you guys to be rushing there either.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since we've just left the dungeon, then I guess, like, we should go report to Sheila Heedmark, right?
Okay. Does that sound good to everyone else?
So let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Oh, that's fine. I really want to like figure out like what item we're gonna put on Silrix so that I can like import the character sheet into Roll20 and then close this.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
I mean, I would probably just assume bracers of armor if that's what you want.
No,
I can
actually,
make it.
I thought about because I'm putting mage armor on him, so there's like no sense of putting bracers
True.
on right
Actually,
now.
there's no point doing that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm just kind of scrolling through things, but your character's willing to like spend it's gonna be like a day.
It'll be a
2
day or
days
two at most.
Yeah, 2 most at most.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We are
Then
not
we'll
crunch
figure
on
something
time, so we should be good to do that unless something happens to interrupt us.
Okay, then I'll figure that out. I just wanted to get that figured out. Cool. Yeah.
All right, so you guys all as beat up as you all are, you guys get back to Heedmark Manor. One of her servants there sees you guys come in and says, "Oh, good heavens!" and runs off to go get her when she sees you. But yeah, so she comes out and sees you guys there, and she asks, what news do you have? And she invites you in too. She's like, "Come on in, get yourself cleaned up."
All right. I will adopt my Cockney accent, and Abrellis will tell her. All this racket we've been dealing with has yielded some wonderful loot.
Oh, did you?
And I mean,
find
she'll show her the shard.
Okay.
Yeah, look at this. Pretty minted, ain't it? And
Yeah,
there's
and
loads of old Thalassian things in there too.
Yeah, she looks over it and she says, "It's exactly how I expect it to look too," which is good news. It means the information I've been finding is probably accurate. And she Silric's been holding it, so she looks to Silric, says, has the Ion Stone been doing what it's supposed to too? You haven't had any strange urges or anything, right?
Not yet.
No overwhelming feelings of greed.
No.
Hannah
She
looks
nods, that's
over
good.
at Jace, just looking him up and down.
I mean, Jace notices and thinks you're checking him out.
Oh, okay.
So she says, with that in mind, that means that, like I said, this other information I have is correct, and I should have the Iron Stone you'll need for the next one too. Did it give you any sort of vision about where the next place is either?
Not where it is, but what it looks like.
Oh. Well, what does it look like?
A very dark room.
Well, there was the whole ladies' light thing, right?
Yeah, that's what you would have seen. You saw
I nudged Silric,
the.
and
Sorry, that was a different room.
Okay, fair enough.
But I don't know where it is.
Okay. So you described though or show her the painting either way.
yeah. Hopefully, we all tell her it's something about the ladies' light.
Yeah. Just the lady's light. That isn't really very far from here. I'm gonna pull you guys to a map here. So this is a map of Marisa. And she pulls out one that's maybe more not as colorful, like it's more of like a maybe like a like a black and white kind of more official looking one. But and it's probably perhaps got like trade routes and whatnot on it. But she points to the corner down here, this little outstretch of land, the bottom of the swamp called the Mush Fens. Kind of at this point here. And you can see it's labeled on this map as the Lady's Light. And so she says it's a very common landmark known especially to sailors in this area. It marks the furthest outstretch of land for sailors coming from Magnamar to Corvosa and back.
Okay.
So, yeah. She says that shouldn't be too hard to get to. I wonder if that means there's something underneath it, like I don't know, like a dungeon or something underneath the Lady's Light. If so, it's something that hasn't been explored before. Although it is, like I said, it's not very far, but in terms of being close to civilization and whatnot, it's very remote. There aren't really any major cities between it and Magnamar. Maybe a couple small settlements out in the swamps, but nothing larger than a small little hamlet. No one's really been out there very much. I wish I knew more. I do know there is someone in Magnamar that spent time down there, but well, I'm afraid he's a little mad. But if you're able to calm him down and talk to him, you might try asking this man that lives here out. He's kind of, like I said, he's kind of a little unhinged, but his name is Jasper. If you can find Jasper, he's calling himself Jasper Candamaris right now. Although Candamaris is a name he's adopted, and I'm not really sure where he got it from.
Yeah. Aliases and such aren't uncommon.
Anyway, he spent some time down near the Lady's Light. As far as anyone in Magnamar that I know of, he'd be the one that know the most about the area around the Lady's Light.
All right.
But again, I have
Ross
to warn
also.
you, he's a
Oh, yeah,
little
what was that?
unhinged. I have to warn you that he's a little unhinged. I don't know. He had some. I believe he might have had some traumatic experience or something, but that might have led to this. But I don't really. I don't know. I haven't really been able to. Well, when I last time I talked to him, it was very hard for me to make any sense of what he was saying.
I nod my
If you
head.
have some sort
Right.
of, if you have some sort of magical means of calming him down, perhaps, then that might be the way to get to talk to him. Or if you have some sort of way to cure him, but unfortunately, it's not something that, at least at the time, that I had easy access to, and even now, it's not something I think I'd have easy. I could probably do it, arrange something, but
Well, what about something to calm his nerves? Something we could put in his tea.
well, I mean, you could drug him, I suppose, but it's not something I would really find very tasteful.
Which
But
is
it
why
is-
you're paying us. And I remind her about the money that we're supposed to get.
Of course you do.
Right. Let's see. I gave you an advance on some of that, but yes, you're right. I do still have some money to give you. And I gotta look up my notes, figure out how much that was again. Or she paid you like
Oh,
half.
like 10,000 or so.
It was
Yeah, I'll
10,000.
take
You're
that.
right. No.
Each.
10,000 each. That's absurd.
Yeah, we got an advance of 100 or 125 gold. I forget. I think it's 100.
Yeah. PDF is taking forever to load. There we go.
Though I don't know what her interest rate is.
What her interest rate is.
I don't know if that's the right term, but whenever you get an advance on money, then you have to pay back some or whatever.
Yeah. No, I gave you the full reward now because it's interest. So let's see.
Although actually, we actually helped her out because we let her keep our big chunk of money longer by failing so much. So she could have been investing that.
She could have been investing the reward money.
Yeah, we really did her a favor.
Okay, yeah. So says her reward was 500 gold pieces for you. That's what she promised you.
Oh, total? So we already got the whole reward.
I think you already got the full reward. Oh, that was for finding Natalia. I don't know if she offered a reward for the specifically for finding the Okay, no, she didn't, but her husband though did for finding Thessalonian artifacts, and you guys have gotten some of that already, but you did find one in particular that you haven't told him about, which is
Was
that
it the
shrine.
scene in that room and that shrine? What? Was
Yeah,
there
you
another
told him about the
scene
scene in the
mural
room.
thing? I thought there
No,
was
you
another
didn't
one
find
in the
like
spider room, but maybe not.
well, there was one in there, but yeah, that room as a whole is you haven't told
Okay,
him
but
about
the
that
whole room. Oh, okay.
That whole room, you haven't told him about that yet. You haven't told her about it either, for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, like the frozen stasis spiders coming out. That's pretty interesting too.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Thessalonians
So,
have
yeah, I
quite
know-
a flair for their traps.
I don't think she specifically has any more reward for you because she was giving you a reward for the information about Natalia, which you already got. But
Yep,
like I said,
sounds right.
there is some more gold. There are actually a couple rewards you can gather. There's another one as well. I don't know if you guys remember, but if you guys don't, then they'll probably come find you.
For the guards for freeing or stopping the kidnappings or whatever. I don't
Yep.
remember if it's the guards, but it's stopping the kidnappings had a reward.
That's correct. Man Fountain said that if you guys figured it
Oh,
out.
that's right, it's Man Fountain!
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know that
We
character,
figured-
but yeah, I know that he's a reference to your guys' stuff. And his name is fun.
Yeah.
He's the guard of Magnamar. Like the guard captain or something.
Yeah, he's got promoted over the years. Yeah, he was a character in the last campaign that was a guard in Magnamar, and he was like the one that hired the like Philippe, Amber, Caffeine's alchemist, whose name I don't remember, and Ron's original character, which was not it was Alias, right? Or was it? Yeah, it was Alias.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that hired them basically to like investigate some strange like murders that were happening around town. Because he's like, I think something supernatural's going on here, so I'm getting together my best supernatural busting crime fighters.
Yeah, the
So I'm
budget
gonna get
ones.
a level 1 adventurers, the budget ones, yes. We're getting the budget adventures
Okay.
together.
So yeah, let's talk to the husband guy. Tell him about the shrine room, and then
Yeah, and
head to
he's
the
like, "Oh,
guard
good
and tell
idea."
him
He's-
about the.
He's been
Other
very
than, yeah.
interested in the Thessalonian stuff too. So perhaps if you could tell him some of what you saw, I think he has a guest with him right now, but from the Grand Lodge in Absalom that's been visiting right now, or at least I think that's where he came from. Anyway, so she invites you to come with her. Like she goes further in the house to go, find the room where her husband, Lord Heedmark, is at. And yeah, he's actually kind of in like one of the studies in there, and yeah, he's got like there's another man with him right now that he's talking with, and yeah, he sees you coming. He's like, oh, good, you're here. Allow me to introduce my friend here. And he introduces you to his friend Andal, who is there's another man there who actually have a kind of looks like that. I don't know if I have a token for the art for Lord Heedmark. For what's his name? Canavan. I don't know. I think that's how you say his name, Sir Canavan Heedmark. But
Umbrella says, Andal. You mean like for a pot?
I guess. And yeah, Andal goes over and offers to like shake one of your hands. He goes up to Brelis and he says, introduces himself as Andal. He says, I mostly write for the Pathfinder's chronicles that come out. I'm a scholar. I was just discussing some of the stuff. In fact, some of the stuff that you've reported back to Lord Heedmark here. Is there anything else that have you just recently returned from those Thessalonian runes he was telling me about?
I nod and I tell him, yeah, and I start giving him descriptions. of
Oh
what we've
yeah,
seen.
when you start doing that, he's kind of like, whoa, hold up a minute, and he goes over. He kind of brings you over to like a table, and he starts like trying to write down. He's like, okay, now go ahead, and he doesn't like make you like slow down anymore. Like once you get him over there, you notice that he's keeping up, like even if without you just you talking at like a normal pace. Like he's not forcing you to slow down there. He's
All
just
right.
able to like keep track really well. You can tell that he's a very proficient scribe. But yeah, then he basically
I look to the others and I say, I like the cut of this one's jib.
Okay.
So yeah, he writes down there like all the descriptions you give on there, and Sheila and Lord Heedmark are listening as well. And yeah, when you finish, they look kind of thoughtful about it, and Sheila says, perhaps that's supposed to be used to recombine the shards. That shrine that you saw. We'll have to go investigate that further.
I just put this together now, and Umbrella says, "Is that your game?"
What, combining the shards? Of course. If we could recombine the shards, it would create a very powerful weapon that could give us the edge we need to fight the Rune Lords should the others start waking up. Ever since Karzog awoke and threatened to engulf all of Russia in turmoil, it's been something that I've been worried the others might do as well. Because if we were in that much danger with just one Rune Lord waking up, how much danger would we be in if, like, the others all woke up at the same time? Like 6 Rune Lords all at once. Can you imagine?
Umbrella folds her arms and gives her like a stinky look and says, "How much danger would we been if a noblewoman had all that power?"
Oh, I'm not planning to keep that power for myself.
Sure.
Yeah, of course not. I mean, these are the Pathfinders you're talking about. Don't be ridiculous.
No, and
Umbrellas.
if anything, I'd be planning for you to keep it. For you lot putting all this work in, getting all these shards together. Now, of course, I am interested
Surely you don't mean
in the
us.
scholarly
We're
side of
so
things.
new.
Right, but this is the sort of task that, well, it will require you to grow a lot as people in order to get it done. I'm sure if nothing else, even if putting these shards together proves to not really be all that effective of a weapon, I'm sure that, well, you'll be the weapon that we need.
Interesting. I suppose we will get more experienced in time. We may get to the next level of power.
I mean, if I may be so bold, I think that you already look much more confident and competent than you did when I first set you out on this mission about a week ago.
Oh, well, why, thank you. It's only due to your teaching and missions that we've come this far.
She kind of like narrows her eyes a little bit. You're like,
Yeah, Hannah's like just not
Yeah.
looking at her. She's like, da, 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 da.
but then
Not
she
my
just moves on
conversation.
from it.
I mean, Date's a little bit of a sweet talker. I mean,
Sure.
Umbrella says, "All right,
yeah.
we're gonna air you out. You made your point, but words are just words. Right now, I really like the way the money talks, so I'll give you and yours the benefit of the doubt for now." So yeah, Umbrella says her piece, and she's like okay with this, so long as things don't get turn
Yeah,
shifty.
they're like,
Yeah.
don't worry, even if you combine it, you guys can keep it. And Brellis is still sketched out by it.
She's
Yeah.
she's been in a gang that does unsavory things. She knows when things she could see things turning sour before they happen by now.
Yeah.
Oh.
So how much money are we getting? I think it was like what, an extra 500?
Yeah. Yeah, he pulls Lord Heedmark gives you 500 gold pieces additionally. So,
Ooh,
you
so
guys can
100
split that,
each. Sweet.
split that up to 100 each, yep.
I thank him kindly for that.
And yeah, Andal tells you as well. He's like this. He seems really excited about this stuff as well. He's like, this will make a great new article about this stuff in the next Pathfinder Chronicle. And
wow, we're gonna
yeah,
be in
I mean,
the next Pathfinder Chronicle. That's awesome.
Yeah,
It's like
He's
dream
like, "Oh,
comes
yes.
true for Jace.
I'd like to know more about the Pathfinders that have discovered this as well." And he kind of looks at you all expectantly, like, "Would you guys be interested in be interviewed to be in the Pathfinder Society's Chronicle?"
Yeah, of course.
No.
One step at a time.
Jace is like all over this. He's like,
yeah, he's like, "Oh
eating
yeah,
up the attention.
Maybe later.
Yeah.
The first thing you gotta know is this side's my good side, and oh, so is this side. And he like turns his head both sides.
okay."
For any drawings you may need to do, just so you know.
All right, and yeah, like Andal's just eating it up. He's like, "Oh yes, of course." Um, but yeah, then eventually he asks as well, like, "So where are you heading next then?"
Well, there's this lady with showing everyone her light, so we might as well go there.
You're going to the Lady's Light.
After we've talked with your person. So maybe we're gonna go see this person, and if it means drugging him, then I'll do it. I'm not above it.
Sheila says, "I do hope that you're joking."
I say, all right, I'm joking, and I'll roll a bluff.
Okay. Andal doesn't seem to care about that, but he says, well, if you're going to the Lady's Light and you're going to be delving into further Thessalonian runes, would I'm hesitant to ask, but do you think I could go with?
Hold on. I look at him and I tell to everyone else, he's greener than grass. We can't take him.
I know
If
a
you
lot
don't
about
remember,
ancient
so were we.
Thessalonian history.
I toss him my rapier and I tell him, I ask him to show me what he can do with that.
On guard.
Is he in the society?
Yes, he is in the society. He has a you can see he has a wayfinder like kind of attached to his belt.
Yeah,
Ask your
Jace is all on
superior.
board, but
Hannah
let's
says,
see what happens
"Ask your
here.
He kind
superior." She like
he
waves
kind
him
of
off.
holds his he kind of holds the rapier kind of awkwardly and kind of stabs at it a little bit and Lord Heedmark's like, whoa there, easy. You're gonna poke someone's eye out with that. And he's like, oh, see. He's like, he hands it back to you. He's like, well, I'm not very proficient in fighting so much, but like I said, I do know a lot about Thessalonian and Aslanti history. And he says a few words in Thessalonian, which Pilbo would. Oh, I don't have Pilbo on this map actually. I had the old one. I deleted the old token and then never put a new one back on. Pilbo would confirm that it is like that he is speaking like proper Thessalonian, but no one else in the party understands it. But yeah, he does say something like I studied several languages a half dozen different languages. And I promise, I'll stay out of your way. I'd just like to see Thessalonian runes firsthand. And if you're going there, I think it'd be a good opportunity for me to and perhaps witness the next future of next future Pathfinders. Star Pathfinders in action.
Umbrella says that if everyone else is fine with it, then that's fine.
Yeah, Sheila says it's up to you guys if you'd want to take them with you or not.
Sure, we'll keep them safe.
Have you guys given any thought to how you're going to get to the Lady's Light? It's about 4 days travel through the swamps if you go on foot. But it's also right by the coast.
Well, we don't really have our little boat anymore.
Out of character, oh god, DM's putting us on a boat. But in character, oh, well, we take a boat, of course.
Well, you don't have to take a boat. It's actually, the book actually doesn't require you to. It has that as an option.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
that's what she says. She says, well, that boat wouldn't get you very far anyway across. It's not very... It's able to navigate the harbors of Magnamar pretty safely, but if you tried to go out into the ocean with it, it would probably get you killed. But I probably could ask around and might be able to find a merchant ship on its way. Like I said, there's trade routes that go from Magnamar to Corvosa and back, which pass right around the Lady's Light. Perhaps one of them, or some other outgoing vessel going south that would be passing the Lady's Light, could give you passage and drop you off on the way. I don't know if getting back might end up having to be on foot anyway, but could perhaps get you there quicker.
Well, I mean, if she's willing to put us up for, I guess, a boat ride, then that works for me. Either way, I'm not afraid of getting near water. I put 4 ranks into swim, so I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I will survive.
She says, well, I'll ask around. I'll let you know what sort of options we have for boat rides, but again, worst case, you could just trudge through the swamp. The mush fens are relatively safe, as long as you don't run into the Sandpoint Devil, I suppose. But this is the opposite direction of Sandpoint, so you should be fine.
Yeah, we'll leave that to another group of adventurers. I don't think that's our story.
You don't think you have to fight the Sandpoint Devil in this AP?
As long as we avoid that area, we shouldn't have any of the random encounter tables that have it on it.
Yeah.
That is still, though, a funny, very Gygaxian thing to have that encounter in, book 1.
Yeah. Well, and if you run into it, it's sort of like, I think technically is Tree Razor on the random encounter table for...
Tree Razor is on the random encounter table, and while the PCs at level 13 have no business fighting a CR25 demon, it is in book 5.
Yeah. I kind of like that, though, in the random encounters. Like, yeah, if they get this one, they probably need to just run away.
We tried running from the Kokojiak back in Rain of Winter, but it made short work of one of us before we could.
Oh, the murder bear? Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them even got the axe before it got to go, but...
Just me.
Just, okay, one of you guys.
And my turn was spent... Yeah, and my turn was spent casting Mass Feather Step so that we could run through the snow away from it.
Right, yeah.
And it still wasn't enough.
No. And I was being polite, too. I didn't, do the thing that they would have had to do.
You didn't do it the way Paizo wrote it?
Well, it's like that kind of bear. They're evil, dude. They're evil as fucking shit. They like
Yeah.
purposefully like fuck with you and set up a trap, so to say, of like snow flurries and you can't see and shit. And then they ambush you like with pounces and everything. It's nasty.
But yeah, anyway, I think so we just need to decide then whether we want to take her offer or just travel on foot. I'm fine with taking her offer. What about you guys?
Yeah. Well, she says she doesn't have that right this moment, so she says she'll ask around for you. But you, in the meantime, yeah, you guys have some time in town.
Yeah, we have
you
some
can go
shopping and
spend.
things.
Do some
so,
shopping.
Yeah.
Maybe go talk to Jasper. Maybe go talk to Man Fountain.
Yep. Let's do
One
that.
thing she will
I'll
give you
take
as
her up on her
well.
offer.
She also gives you a handout that I'm gonna hit here. Show to everyone here. She gives you a handout that lists kind of
Charging
what all the
battery.
different shards are, and yeah, she tells you that if her notes are correct, the next shard should be the shard of lust, which is
Spicy.
associated with enchantment magic made with what is that? Digezet alloy, which is pink and you need a pink and green sphere iron stone, which she says I'm going to try to make sure that I have that arranged for you before you head out to the ladies' night.
Okay.
But I'll have to ask around. I
Awesome,
don't have
yeah.
one on hand. And while you're out getting that, I'll try to see if I can arrange to get the other ones too. That'll be my contribution. Think of it as payment.
That sounds
just
wonderful.
Keep me updated on further developments and reassembling this.
Of course, and let us know once you have any other information as far as travel or any other research that is done.
Yeah, and she tells you make sure you get some rest. You guys look pretty weary, and it's going to be.
Yeah, we wanted to see you first thing, but yeah, it was a long day.
But yeah, she tells you you're always welcome at the Heedmark Manor if you need a place to stay or if you find yourself in trouble.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I'll
Appreciate
tell
the
the
offer.
others I'll catch up with you guys and we can meet after we rest and stuff like that again.
Charging battery.
To go talk to Man Fountain and was it Jasper?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
Jasper Candamaris.
Why don't we meet at the market tomorrow morning, a couple hours after sunrise?
Alright, sounds fine. So then I assume we leave and we rest. Very quickly I do my personal thing. Abrellis gives her whatchamacallit. She gives the orphanage some of her money.
Yeah, if you guys need prices on some of the magic items as well, I should.
Oh yeah, and shopping. Good time to do shopping.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna buy with this little bit of money, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys sell. You have some stuff you could potentially sell too.
Yeah, let's.
Like I
try
don't
and
know if you
figure
guys
that
actually
stuff
want to
out.
keep the extraction sacrificator that Hannah has right now, but that thing's worth 2,500 gold.
Oh hell yeah, sell it.
Yeah, probably.
I wonder how much best friend is worth.
Oh God, don't even ask.
And then I give him a look. Yeah, I would never sell you.
Best friend is priceless.
He honestly is priceless, and potentially could be upgraded upon. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't. Would he count as like a construct, basically?
Yeah, he is a construct.
Okay. I don't know any rules about how that works, but I assume it's pretty high level required. Yeah, I have this +1 Cold Iron Rancier that I could probably sell. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
have
worth-
it in case it's worth 2,000, right?
4,300.
Oh, it's Cold Iron.
That's part of why it's worth more than it otherwise would be. Magic cold iron
Yeah.
weapons are more expensive. They
So
cost more
it
to
depends, I
enchant.
guess. Like, when the game gives you a Cold Iron weapon, it's like, we may need this. But at the same time, I'm most of the time going to be using my bow.
I think you have it
And
because you're the only
even-
one that's proficient in with it.
I
too.
have it because, yeah, exactly. Although, is Silric not? I thought Silric had martial weapon proficiency.
Silric has monk proficiencies, which give you
Oh, it's
some.
just specific stuff.
They give you some exotic weapons that are, or things that are exotic for other classes, but for monks they're fine. But yeah, they have their own unique proficiencies, basically.
Okay, you know what? Let's sell the Cold Iron Rings here. Unless someone in the party, aka if Matt or someone's like, no, we should keep it. But I think the money might be better. Not hearing any objections, so
I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
was
we'll
away.
sell it.
What's the objection? What?
It's all good. We're just talking about the stuff we're selling right now. So
we got a +1 Cold Iron Rancier worth like 4,300 gold that currently
Rancier.
Jace is holding, but
Oh, right.
you know,
It's the one we took from the statue.
You know what? We don't want the
Yeah.
Rancier. It would represent evil. Yeah, get rid of it.
it is the one that was on the statue of Elasnus, the Rune Lord of Wrath.
A +1
Not
Ramser
Elasnus,
represents
what's her name?
money.
yeah,
What's her
okay,
name?
we're selling it.
Maybe no. I guess maybe
It's
that was
off my
Elasnus.
sheet.
I think that is. Okay.
How much
So
was it?
that's,
Put up 4,3 something.
4,320. So if you don't want to divide that by 5, yeah, like I said, you could sell the extraction sacrificator that Hannah has. It's worth 2,500. Unless you guys want to use that thing,
The
it
what?
can turn blood into potions. The extraction sacrificator. So it's a
Sounds evil.
it's a magic item you guys
Oh.
got from the Darrow Alchemist.
Yeah. What use can we make out of that?
I mean, making potions is pretty good.
Right, but like it extracts blood. Like, what would I do?
Yeah, it makes them
with that?
out of blood and other humors. So let's see. I
found
mean, they
it
make fairly
here.
useful potions. It can turn black bile into potion of lesser restoration, blood into moderate wounds, phlegm into potion of calm emotions,
Why don't we just
and
keep
yellow bile
it
into a potion of rage.
and see if it like becomes useful, and then if not, we'll sell it out
That's
of
fine.
desperation. We're like, we need to ferry somewhere and we have no change, then we'll sell it. Okay, I'll keep holding on to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
it
think
does.
it's actually a pretty good item if we use it.
I tend
Like,
to use it.
Yeah.
What do I
Yeah.
do it?
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
still looking at items, and I haven't done this before. I've looked up a lot of rules on how this stuff works, but I still might need some double checking.
Pluto, well, Silbrick is going to be sporting a injection spear. Sorry about that. So that I can put to use these poisons that we're collecting.
Okay.
So just for referencing, it is a two-handed weapon. She can only attack once with it right now, and it holds up to 6 doses that I put into it.
Okay, and did you pay Jace the cost to create it? I wasn't listening to that.
I would have spent. Yeah, I spent it on Silver's sheet. Mhm.
Okay, so 133.33, whatever. Yeah.
An injection spear. That's an exotic weapon.
Well, it's okay. I guess is it a syringe spear or something else? Because a syringe spear is only a martial
Injection
weapon.
spear.
I didn't
Injection
see what that
spears.
was.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It's an exotic
use it.
weapon.
You don't need to know Zerdrium, but yeah, I guess.
Well, I need to know for the cost to create it.
Well, it doesn't matter. I spent the money on it. I already know the cost. I already spent the money. You just say I made it. Ta-da, we're done.
Okay, so you
It's-
spent half. Okay.
Yeah. I used
Yeah,
Hero
it's
Lab.
60
and-
gold.
Mhm.
It's-
We made it masterwork as well, so. No, but yeah.
Okay, so it's like 300.
100 gold plus half
but
cost. Or a third.
Yeah.
It's
half
a third
cost would be
cost. It's actually a third for mundane, not half.
Oh.
It's half for magic items.
Yeah, so that's like 110
Okay, cool.
or something.
As long as you did the math.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about it.
No? So
And I would
Silver
like
sheets also,
to
so
create.
good on that.
I'm going to enhance my bow with a +1 modifier for a little bit under 500 gold. I have a save 5% on magic item crafting trait. So that's minus 25 gold, so 475 gold. Man, I almost could craft a +2 bow. It's really close.
Okay, do you guys
That
go
would
talk
be-
to Man Fountain?
Yeah, let's
during
talk
this
to the
time?
guard first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because if
Before
they give us
the-
a reward, I think I can afford a +2 bow, which is so good for my build.
You're not getting a +2 bow at level 5.
Man,
He
Oh,
might
yes,
give
I
you
am.
a
he
reward,
stretches.
or he might say, "Good job," and give you a pat on the back.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I need like 200 gold for a +2 bow.
Come on,
It'll be
PF.
all my monies.
I don't know if a +1 number is worth it. Like right now, if there's other things that you could be gearing yourself.
I mean,
if there aren't other things
for
that
my
you
build, I
can't
think
use,
it is.
I guess so.
I
Well,
guess getting a
+1 is
+2
pretty good
dex
right now.
enhancement
Yeah,
is pretty
+1's
good.
pretty good right now. Like a whole +1 difference. Like I guess weigh out the value of, do I need other things right now over a +1 additional number on top of what? you
Yeah,
already
well, I
have?
mean, the increase going to a +1 from non-magical is probably bigger, just because it gets through so many different types of DR.
Right. Yeah.
+2
Did you
from
sell that
+1
spear?
doesn't.
No, that
What?
was crafting.
Oh,
We sold the thing that was 800 whatever gold each.
There was a Ranswer. Yeah.
The +1 cold iron rancer was, yeah, I did the roll with math, so it's was 864 or whatever.
So yeah, when you guys go back and talk to Man Fountain, you guys get there. He's like, "You were just the ones I was looking for. I'd put out a word for someone to, send you a message to come talk to me, because I heard that you brought back some people that had been kidnapped by some sort of strange creatures that were living that were ambushing them from the sewers." So yeah, like he says, like I heard about Fenster the Blight had gone missing, that he's back. So as you know, someone that one of my contacts, he's part of my network in a way. And that there were a few others in there, and I've been authorized on behalf of the city of Magnamar to give you a reward, and he gives you a very hefty bag of coins that totals out
Sweet.
2,000 gold pieces.
Ooh. Okay. Split
All right, we'll split 5 ways.
Oh,
That's 400 more
wow.
gold.
400. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot how much things cost. I'm just dumb. So I'm nowhere near a +2. as Matt suspected.
As
don't question
I
the
suspected.
encyclopedia.
Yeah, it sounded weird, but I was like, all right, I'll just, it's whatever.
You would have figured it out pretty soon.
Probably.
I'm
I
like,
didn't know what
I'm
your gold
spending
values were at.
2,000 gold on this thing, and they're like, but that should be 4,000. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, but now I'm 300 gold away from Bracers of Archery, lesser.
There you go.
But no, I'm enhancing for a +1 for my bow. That's definitely happening.
You're
That's
like,
so good.
our plan is to stay for 1 year doing profession rolls every week to try to make money.
I mean, if this were a single player game and I was playing it, then I probably would do
God.
that.
It's like a single player computer game where everything just like lets you do it. It's like,
Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
sure. Story won't progress.
Uh-huh.
It's a
I've done that kind of thing
Pathfinder
before.
game. It's a Pathfinder game /
Like
D&D
Skyrim.
game, so
I'll be like level
I've-
10 before I do the second mission in Skyrim.
yeah. But yeah, so probably in reality, instead, Sheila just hires a different group of Pathfinders. She's like, I need a different group of Pathfinders to go collect these shards. My first group got lazy and is doing profession rolls in the city of Magnamar for a year.
Gotta make money.
You'll definitely make more money by murdering things in dungeons.
The faster you can adventure,
Yeah,
the more
basically.
money
It's the
you can
only
make,
way to get rich
so,
in this economy.
Yeah, you just be an adventurer.
A fast
Yeah.
adventure, mind you.
So, Secret, your 9-ring broadsword, do you want it to be masterwork or anything, or?
Just master. Well, wait, hold on. Let's
Oh, you
go...
said masterwork. Okay, because it could be +1.
Could it
I'm just
though?
saying,
But
for
but how
an
much do we
extra-
have?
So, for a weapon to be +1, it's going to cost, obviously, a day of work, but 475 gold. So it'd be 1 day to craft a normal item, unless you want to buy it, and then 1 day to do the magic enchanting. And I probably need to roll a craft check still for the spear.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'll open up her sheet and edit it.
And I am running a in-game like calendar as well, so
Yeah, I'll tell you how
would
many
like to
days
know
when
how
we're
many
done.
days you guys are planning
I'm
to
counting
spend in
it.
Magnemar.
Yeah.
It
currently-
sounds like a lot.
I currently have it set as the this is the day after you guys left right now, perhaps. After you left the dungeon. It'd be the 24th of February, basically, or whatever I can't remember the Pathfinder equivalent of February is called, but it's got some fancy name.
DC for weapons. Exotic weapon is DC 18 for that spear.
Alright, so let's see.
Is that a low enough DC that you can take 10?
So, okay, hang on. Maybe I don't understand this, but in order to create a weapon, I would need craft weapon, which is different than craft armor. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so I don't actually have craft weapon.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be able to
then-
craft your spear. You'll have to buy it, but then I can enchant it for you to be +1, and that would actually save us time, too. But I can also repair Pilbo's armor, and that's going to cost half the cost it would be
Yeah.
for me to make it. So it's really like a quarter price of market price or base
So
price
Silric,
to
though,
repair.
for the injection spear, like he doesn't have exotic weapon proficiency, right? So
Your
is
lab
he just
says
taking
you
a
can
penalty?
use it. So I don't see what the problem
Well, you can use it as a
is.
normal spear. You can use it as a. It says in the text you can use it as a normal spear, but you can't use the injection part unless you have the exotic proficiency.
Let's see. Then no, we'll just scrap it. Now that we know he can't make weapons,
Okay.
there's no point having you make these things.
Yeah,
cheap.
sorry about that. I forgot.
Know your stuff,
Like, I can enchant.
Zergarium, so I don't waste my time.
I've never done this before. I'm trying so hard. Like, I'm real. There's so many rules on this stuff.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna refund. Don't worry about it, Swinky. I'll adjust all of your prices and readjust everything and recalculate everything and
But
delete
if you
everything
want
and
to
remove
buy
things.
something and then have me enchant it, I know I can do that.
Yeah, she doesn't have like a shitload of money. We don't have a shitload of money.
I mean, we just made a lot of money. We just made like 1,200 ish.
Yeah, you got a couple thousand.
1,264. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's enough to
Okay,
do
you
a plus
do
one at
already.
least.
Yeah, and you guys all have some decent magic gear already too. Like, Brelis has got some boots worth 2,000 gold. I think most of you guys have magic weapons at this point too.
Now I do.
Brelis has a +1 short sword.
Okay, so I need to
Wait,
keep track of
a
stuff.
+1 short sword?
You
Yeah,
just
you
have a
have a
mithril.
+1
It's not
short
plus
sword.
one, is it?
It's not +1. It's mithril.
You have a
I don't think we
mithril
got a
as
+1
well,
short
I
sword.
think. You have a mithril short sword, but it says you also have a plus. On my sheet, it says you have a +1, a regular +1 short sword as well.
On your sheet,
He
I
keeps
have
track
an
of
item
who has
sheet.
what loot.
I have an item sheet.
did
that,
I
well, mostly
forget?
maybe.
Matt, don't question
Let me
it.
see if
Just take it.
Let me see if I can figure out where you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
she
I would
can't
remember that.
afford a +1 weapon, so yep.
We just got 1,200 gold, and you can't afford 475.
That's not how much a +1 9-ring sword is gonna cost. It's gonna cost 2,000.
Well, if you buy the +1, if you buy the plus, I think he has the thing to enchant arms and armor. So he can't craft a sword, but he can enchant it.
Right, so I can enchant for half, which is normally
well, how the
500.
fuck am I supposed
So
to
rather than the
tell?
1,000,
Because
it's
we're gonna have to
500.
do custom cost, because Hero Lab doesn't want to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you have to calculate it.
Yeah. Just to keep it simple. God, I don't know if I should do this, but I'll put it out there and see what the party says. Just divide the enchanting cost by half, and then Jace will keep the little bit of profit as his wage.
No.
The 5% I save.
No.
I think that's a good strat, right?
Why are you profiting off of us?
I have a trait that reduces the cost of my enchanting by 5% for
Okay.
magic items.
Well, I'm not gonna give you potions. I'm not gonna cast spells on you if you're gonna charge me for crafting. So.
It's not charging you. It literally costs you half of what it would normally cost to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I could have just not said anything too, but
That's true.
that's why I wanted to just put it out there and just be like, this is something Jace could do. I don't think I will. I've said
No.
a number of times 475 gold is the cost.
Okay.
So.
Fix some things here. So it didn't calculate correctly as I was refunding everything, so now I have to like manually do shit.
Alright, anyways, I'm gonna roll a spellcraft check for my bow. It's gonna be...
There we go.
I don't think you don't need any special spells for an enhancement bonus from what I could tell.
It
Or if
does.
you do, it's like magic weapon?
Yeah, it's magic weapon.
Okay, I didn't see where it said that, but I thought I remembered that somewhere.
But if
I
you
have
don't
magic
have
weapons,
it,
so
then
that's
it
fine.
increases it. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, so I meet every prereq. I wouldn't be able to do a +2 anyways because I have to be 3 times caster level of enhancement bonus.
It just makes the DC harder if you don't.
Yeah, I don't know where this
the
short
requirements
sword
are.
came from in the. I can't find it in the PDF, so maybe I just invented it. I have no idea. If it's
So
not
when
on your
you
sheet,
see the
then I guess
requisites,
it's not there.
There's just a DC, and if you don't meet them, it just makes the DC harder. It doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means it's harder.
Right, yeah. So this should just be DC's 5+ caster level of item. Theoretically I would enchant it at the caster level, minimum caster level to create it, probably.
So items 315, and then your crafted version of this would be
Whatever. I'm just gonna roll a thing. It's fine. I auto succeed. I have a 13 mod on spellcraft, and I need
Yeah.
like
You guys have multiple
even
mithril
at-
weapons though.
my caster
We do
level.
have a lot, yeah.
I could enchant
Jace
your
has-
mithril short sword to be a +1. I think I don't. It adds extra, right? If it's mithril, but
If you want to.
So
I
it's
bet you
gonna
could
be
afford it.
1,262.
All right. So I take 10 on my craft. I auto succeed because it's like a DC 10. I'll make it 5th caster level because I can. So that's day 1. Is my bow's now +1. Day 2 is gonna be Abrellis's mithril short sword. If you want
So
it.
let's see. Yeah, it costs. Yeah, it only increased the cost by 2,000 on top of that. So yeah, it's only 1,000 gold. I think that might be more expensive to enchant than normal, right? Because it only, or no, that's normal. Increase the cost. The cost to enchant a weapon is 1,000 to do it because it's plus 2,000 of the cost of the weapon.
Okay, Swinky, I got it edited for you.
Thank you.
So yeah,
So
I'm
you
not
have
sure if
your,
mithril
like-
increases the cost of
it doesn't.
enchanting.
It doesn't. That's what I was checking. It doesn't increase it. So a mithril short sword already it just costs 1,100, and
Yeah.
a +1 mithril short sword only costs 3,100 or 3,010.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Cool.
So yeah, it only increases.
So
It only costs 1,000 gold if you're doing the enchant yourself. It only costs 1,000 gold to enchant it to a +1.
Alright. I'll give you the 1,000 for it.
it's only gonna cost 475, right?
No, it costs 1,000 to enchant it because it costs plus 2,000 to the cost for a weapon. Weapons are more expensive than armor. Armor is only plus 1,000.
Oh, am I just dumb?
to the cost?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think I just don't know how to divide.
It's possible.
Tudor struggles with math.
Wait, magic weapons
A +1 weapon
plus
costs
1 is
2,000
2,000 gold. Okay, I don't know where I got 1,000. I think I just divided by 2 twice because
You
I'm
probably
stupid.
divided by 2 twice.
Okay,
Like you looked
it's
at it, and it was
950 gold.
you looked at it and you're like, it
Then-
costs 1,000 gold to enchant to +1, but because I'm crafting, I divide by 2, even though the 1,000 was already
Yeah,
divided by
yeah.
2. So then you divide it by
Exactly.
2 again.
I'm
Yeah, he's
pretty
dividing
sure
by
that's what
4.
happened. Okay,
Yeah.
so Abrellis, you give me 950 gold. I give you +1 enchantment to the sword. My bow costs 950 gold. Let me subtract numbers before I forget.
Why 950 and not 1,000? What's going on here?
Spark
Do you
of
have an additional
Creation.
discount? Okay, cool. Cool. You have a reason for it.
minus 5% to magic item creation.
Right on. Okay.
Which means I technically could spend 5 days in a week, craft magic items,
Oh God.
like craft +1 magic items, sell them for a 20 or a 50 gold profit every time, and make 250 gold per week,
Yeah.
rather than doing
yes.
profession rolls. I've thought this through. I'm not doing it, Pluto. I'm just saying I thought
Yeah.
this through.
Thought it through.
Anyways. Alright, so let me get my numbers down. So that's how much gold I have still, so that's pretty good. Secret, did you figure out what Abrellis wants? Is it +1 on something?
Or a silver, you mean?
Yeah, just a plus
Or, yeah,
one
sorry, what
to the
Silveric wants.
sword. I already calculated it, so don't
Okay.
worry about that.
So 950 gold.
Okay, it's 2 more
DC
days,
10.
right? Or 1 more day.
It's 1 day for each of these. So that's 3 days total.
I'm gonna probably try to make some alchemical things, but I'm still trying to figure out exactly how the DC works because it's math. But I'll let you know.
Okay,
And during this
and-
time, Sheila tells you that there's a boat that's leaving, like a ship, a merchant ship that's leaving for, that's leaving Frug Magnamar going to Corvosa that will be passing by the Lady's Light, and it'll be leaving She tells you, and you don't have to take it. You could just go on foot if it's like if you don't like the time that it's leaving. But it's leaving on March 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have about from right now. We'll say it's March 26th because you guys have spent 3 days crafting.
Wait, it's leaving next year?
Or it's February. Excuse me. Right now it's February 26th.
Oh, okay.
So you have like about 5 days before it'll leave.
Wait,
But
is it a leap
if you don't
year?
No.
Okay.
So if you wanted to leave in about 5 days, you could take the boat. She says that it'll drop you off. They'll be able to drop you off like off the shore, but it'll be one of those things like it's gonna drop you off and then it'll keep sailing. So unless you can arrange for them to like maybe pick you up on its way back, or you'd have to walk back. Like it only get you. He's not gonna like sit there and
It's a
wait for you
one-way
guys or
thing,
anything
probably.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that
I mean,
5 days
she
from
said
like
the
a
ship
couple
goes
days
from-
later?
That would get you there the day. It'd get you there on the like 1 day later, basically, instead of the 4-day walk. So it'd get you there quicker.
Sorry, I mean,
And
is the boat leaving? Like, today's the 20 whatever?
Today's the 26th. So you
Is
have
that
like 5
after
days.
I've already done the crafting, or is that
Yes.
before I've done the crafting?
This is after you've done
It's
crafting.
after.
I've
that's
been
3
tracking
days
you.
of crafting.
I says you've done 3 days of crafting, so it's the 26th
Okay.
right now.
Got it. 5
and
more
if you
days.
guys are willing to leave
basically.
in like 5 more days, then you could take the boat. Or, I mean, alternatively, if like you're not ready to leave there, I mean, there could be another boat, but that's the one that she says I can get. That she's talked with the captain there of this ship, and he said he'd be willing to do it as a favor. So you wouldn't even have to pay
Okay,
anything.
cool.
And she says, if you want to do that, like that's an option. I'm sure that nothing bad will ever happen on a boat. People never get murdered on boats. In my experience, you never have to worry about there being a murder mystery every time you get on a boat.
I mean, I'm not worried, but I don't know about you.
Well, I mean,
just
PCs don't get
worried
murdered on
about
boats. It's always NPCs getting
crafting.
murdered
Just the
on boats.
NPCs?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
always NPCs.
Yeah,
getting murdered on boats.
whoever's like your
every time.
boat man or your guide, they might as well be wearing a red shirt.
Yeah, like it's just for some reason you get on a boat and there's gonna be a murder mystery. Like GMs just can't help it. They just have to. Have
Those
a murder
NPCs
mystery.
really do need to charge more.
Yeah.
I know what happens every time a band of like colorful people start to like approach. This is gonna be my last trip. So if it's gonna be, I want a lot of money.
So how many days did we determine Jace is gonna be crafting?
Well, I need to
He's already crafted
know
3 days.
what else people are doing.
But if people want more
'Cause
crafting, then
I think Pilbo wanted his armor repaired, right? The armor we found.
Oh yeah, you wanted the. Well, you already did that though, didn't you?
We already did that.
I might have. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I did. Okay.
Yeah, you guys already spent like a day doing that.
Okay, how about we just
Do you want
take an
any
entire
kind of
week?
weapon enhancement
at
to your
least.
cestus? Right, we'll go till the boat leaves, I think, and then we probably should just take the boat.
Yep. You guys still haven't gone and talked to Jasper, so that's something you guys can do in the meantime. As well, besides crafting.
Yes, let's do that. I'm probably gonna craft myself a cloak of resistance +1 as well.
Uh,
Why are you laughing
reading
at
this-
me?
no, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing about something
Okay.
else I just remembered. I was thinking about how, like, so what I was laughing about is I was remembering somebody was talking about how, like, items to get if you're, like, preparing to go in a dungeon. Someone's like, don't use, like, get a potion of, like, for dark vision or things for light. Like, don't use a
Yeah.
scroll of dark vision. It won't go how you think it will. And so
That's
I was like, explain, and he says it goes like this. You pull out the scroll, and the GM looks at you and says,
You can't read
says, what do? I unfurl it. All right. What next? I read it. How?
Yeah.
and then the group proceeds to flip the table over.
That's the whatchamacallit.
I mean, yeah.
That's
Hopefully,
the
you would do it
realistic
before you go in.
DM.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd probably
But,
go
Dark
with the same
Vision's,
ruling.
what,
If
tens
you're,
of minutes
if you're,
or
it's hours,
something?
so you can
The
use
hours?
it.
Yeah.
Use it before you got to use it before you get stuck in a position where you need it.
But obviously, yeah, you're not going to use it because you don't know it's coming unless if you know you're fighting something that
Yeah.
does darkness.
Yeah. It's one of those cases where a
That's
potion
funny.
is better because you can, especially if you have like a handy haversack, because it can.
I
same thing with-
inquire a little bit more in character about where we're going. Is this going to be like a really rugged area? Is what I'm trying to figure out. So would like climbing be something that we need to worry about?
Well, Sheila tells you the best that she knows is that it's swamps, but
Mm-hmm.
as far as the Lady's Light is kind of on like a bluff overlooking the ocean.
All right.
But yeah, she says
Get some
that
climbing gear.
she's never actually been there either. So, and yeah,
I'm gonna get a Masterworks
Jasper's
climbers
the only one
pack.
she knows that's. Jasper's the only one she knows that's been like on the ground. She says she's sailed by the Lady's Light and has seen it from the ocean, but never been on like, yeah. So as far as she knows, Jasper's the only one that she knows of that's been like on the ground in the swamps around the Lady's Light and knows what sort of dangers you can expect there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get an elixir of climbing as well, and then might as well toss in an elixir of swimming. If any of you are not confident in your physical abilities, then you need to get some of those too. I think those are both 250 each, and then the 80 gold for the climbing kit.
Andal says, "I'll make sure I got them." And he goes and buys.
But is he like our mule now? Is he gonna carry our stuff?
No, he's making sure he gets them for himself.
Oh, okay.
He might be willing to carry some stuff for you if you ask him to, though. Be way he can contribute. Yeah, he'll also assure you though, like, oh, if you guys let me go, I promise I won't try to take any of your treasure or anything that you guys find. I just want to take notes of Thessalonian runes and document your adventures firsthand, so I can write better Pathfinder Chronicle articles.
Ugh. Why do we have to be his first adventuring party?
I mean, our first adventure was like a couple weeks ago, so Jace sympathizes.
I know. I like the idea of that being like, you guys just being like, oh, we have 2 whole weeks of experience. We're so much better now.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I was,
exactly.
It's great.
I'm just testing my roll to make sure it's working.
Okay.
Yes, that looks right.
So I'm ready to go whenever we're
So
good.
within
I'm nearly done.
7 days time, an entire week is what I need. I will attempt to craft 3, but I only managed to pull off 2 for now. I need more time to finish the 3rd one. Actually, no, I failed the 3rd one. So I need to spend some
Oh.
You can just take 10.
no. I can't take 10 on these.
Okay.
Well, I'm ready to go
Jason's
talk
short.
to Jasper
He's only
at least.
5'8". I didn't remember that.
He's a shrimpy guy.
Yeah.
Can you take 10 on
okay, so I'd be
crafting
full
alchemy?
HP.
Because I don't think
I
you
don't see
could.
why not.
Oh, well.
Well, because you're just doing like stuff at your home basically. There's nothing putting any kind of stress on you.
Well, then I have 3 of them. Because I beat the DCs without even having the roll.
There you go.
There's a language listed in Hero Lab called All Languages. Appears in Wrath of the Righteous.
Nice.
Okay. That's funny. Also, Russians in Hero Lab from Reign of Winter. That makes sense, actually.
Yep. Oh, also, I guess during this like week of downtime,
Mhm.
Abrellis is gonna go to like wherever she can get like a book on languages or whatever, and she's gonna learn Aklo because I have a point in linguistics that needs to be spent.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I also started learning that when I put the headband on. So I guess by this end of the week, I probably am better at it too. Maybe we study together.
Yeah.
All right, so you
Ugh.
guys are gonna go look for Jasper.
She's like, go away.
Go away.
Yes, let's look for Jasper. I'm just finishing some things up. I think I'm done though.
I can smell all of these chemicals on you, Hannah.
Ugh. It's not so bad. They're all natural. And this is just stuff the Earth produces, you know?
You know what though? You surprise me, being all hoity-toity, but I can see that this is your passion.
Yes. Hoity-toity.
Good for you, and get your hands dirty.
Yes. Everybody thinks because I have a fancy family that I myself am going to be fancy.
I'm gonna play you guys back to the Magnamar map for now.
Okay.
Where's the
Apparently-
page that says how much magic armor enhanced, like +1 armor is?
I don't know where the page is, but it's +1,000 to
That's
enhance
it?
to a +1.
Actually,
Armor's
Hannah
cheaper than
Hannah does
weapons.
craft poisons, huh?
Okay, I'm enhancing my armor to be +1 too.
Which,
I have to
speaking
talk to you
of,
about that.
we took a feat called Self-Sufficient, which is going to help us with our survival checks to pull poison and stuff, as well as heal checks and whatnot.
I think I can use my craft armor in place of spellcraft, in which case it is an auto succeed.
And I can craft poisons.
Maybe.
So, Jasper, though, you guys are gonna go looking for him, huh?
I guess.
How do you go about looking for Jasper?
The way another seedy person does. I go through channels.
Okay, so you try to gather some information.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got a diplomacy check for gather information you can give me?
All right. I'm not super good at it, but this is where we go first.
That is good enough to figure it out. You find out that his current territory is over at Rag's End, which I believe is kind of near where the street carnival was, if I remember right. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, you're able to figure out where it is. That's the point. Like at least roughly what area it is. And it gets you close enough that I'm assuming is everybody else going too? Like you guys all going together? Go talk to this guy?
Why not? Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. His best friend with you.
Ooh.
Oh yes, best friend.
Hmm.
I'm not
something
sure that I
leave
can
him.
take him on the trip with us. I don't like the idea of taking him on the trip with us, but I think for now he'll attend me while we're in the city.
So yeah, you guys are able to, and you guys get into the area. You actually are able to find him pretty easily because you can hear him like yelling, like you can follow his voice pretty easily. Like you kind of hear it, and you're like, okay, that sounds like it's him. And as you guys are kind of going along the way, you can hear him. She's shouting at people as they walk past, and pretty much everyone's just ignoring him. He's yelling out, "Woe! Woe unto thee, O Magnamar, for oblivion approaches, and thy lamentations shall drown out the sounds of the sea. The great whore straddles a two-headed beast and rides this way, soughing the contaminated seas of her blasphemies as she draws nearer. Weep! Weep! O generation of the damned, for none shall escape this pitiless scythe of oblivion. Heed my warning and turn to Grotus. Grasp this mortal hand I offer, and we shall march into the void together." And yeah, as you approach, you see him there doing that as people are walking past, and most people are trying to steer clear of him. And you can tell that he's kind of, being a general disturbance to the people around him. What would you like to do? Doesn't seem like he sees you quite yet, or
All right. Well,
maybe
I
him up
approach him
the street corner head.
and I say, "Hold on, hold on. We hear your lamentations, good sir, but if we could bend your ear for just a moment, we'd like to have some words with you."
Okay, and as you're coming up to him and addressing him directly, he looks at you and gets a crazy look in his eye. He yells out, "Behold! The blessed ushers of the end times, the holy escorts of the oblivion, soldiers of the void, champions of mighty Grotus himself."
The fuck?
And he points at you as he's yelling this out. But as this is happening, you see a group of people rushing at him from behind. And I'm gonna pull you guys
How
on the map here.
how are they rushing at him?
With clubs out, like they're gonna knock his head in.
Oh jeez.
So I'm gonna pull you guys onto this map here. Let me get
We have to defend the crazy guy and magically
you don't
pacify
have
him.
to. So let's see here. I'm gonna say you guys are approaching from the north side up here. Oh, you guys can be
shit.
at full health, by the way.
Did I? Yeah, I prepared spells. Okay, come on. Let's go.
Yeah. You guys go ahead and set yourself to full health. Put yourself. Let's see. Abrellis will be a little bit further ahead because she was the one actually approaching. You guys are maybe just a little ways behind. And where is Clocky on here? Our best friend, rather. There's best friend. He's here too.
Clunky? Is that what his name was?
Clocky's what the token name is.
Clocky? Oh.
Because he's a clockwork construct. So what you see are these ruffians running at him with clubs out,
Oh man. Goddamn ruffians.
and yeah, Jasper seems completely unaware of them at the moment. He's sitting here pointing, yelling out some insane rambling of his.
where's
And
the
everyone can roll
combat?
initiative.
It's not up. Okay.
Good point. Where is the combat tracker?
Alright.
Here it is.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see that Silric sweet improved initiative. Ooh. Didn't do you wonders, but still
It's a
put
low
you up
roll,
there.
but yeah. That's a nice thing with
Yeah.
improved initiatives. Even when you have a low roll, you can still, end up coming out okay.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
Oh, I guess while we're doing this, I would have put mage armor on Silric before we were out and about questioning people.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. It lasts 5 hours. That makes sense.
Go ahead and click that mage armor box.
Okie dokie.
All right. Not clockwork golem. Clockwork serp.
And let me spin
Oh man, I
it.
forgot I have
Servant.
these Masterwork smithing tools.
Wonderful.
So my checks are all too higher than I thought.
Well, no, they're not too higher. You take a penalty if you don't have them.
Well, for
Oh, yeah, no, you
masterwork
have
ones, you get
masterwork,
a you actually do get a
Masterwork
bonus.
is, yeah.
Oh, I guess there's a bonus.
But yeah, you
So,
take a penalty if you don't have.
I
the
auto
tools.
succeed on like anything almost like that's reasonable.
Okay.
It's kind of dumb.
I don't auto succeed on DC 25s for alchemy yet. Nope.
Anyways, if you want the full
Okay.
list, Pluto, this is what I have.
Okay. I don't necessarily need a list for. I just been maintaining a list for stuff you find. That way, somebody says, "How much was such and such thing worth?" and I'd be like, what?" Like keep the
What
list.
page
I
was that
know.
on? Yeah.
I don't have to flip through the PDF as much. Yeah.
Yeah, main thing is I have a cloak and enhance my armor +1 in addition
All
to the
right.
bow.
So, Umbrellas, you
So,
react
I'm kinda
first. You
strong.
see that these guys, these ruffians coming up after Jasper. Yeah. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. Well then, these I'm going to move forward. Hopefully they might be getting the jump on him, but hopefully they haven't got the jump on me. And while I'm
No.
moving, I take out my +1 mithril short sword.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give. Let's see. I'm gonna give this one here a nasty stab just to get the point across.
Okay.
That he's ours, and you best be turning tail. Let's see. No charge. I could charge, but I'm not gonna charge.
So this is versus their flat-footed, so that'll hit for 15 damage. Okay, he's still up.
And I'm going to debilitating injury him and give him a -2 to his attack. And that's my turn.
Man, these initiatives are so high. I thought I rolled well.
Okay. Yeah, Pilbo. Look at Pilbo rolling a
Yeah, Pilbo's
nat
up there.
19. He's good to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess technically this guy probably had a higher initiative bonus, though. I just didn't put the tiebreaker in. So he's gonna move over and attack Jasper with a club. He, I think, hits Jasper. Oh, okay, numlock got turned off. I'm like, why is it not typing my numbers? What the hell? Somehow numlock disabled. Not ideal. Alright, he hits Jasper for a good chunk of damage. And then Pilbo gets to get. So you see this guy attack Jasper.
All right. I'm going to cast mirror image and then move.
Okay. Move 20 feet.
Actually, I'm going to not cast mirror image and I'm going to charge.
Okay.
So I'm running at this guy with my fist out. And
All right.
trying to punch with a cestus.
Okay. That'll hit. Yeah, you do a little bit of damage to. Best friend's gonna come up and slammed. His friend sees his best friend's attacking. He's like, I need to get in on this.
Hell yeah.
He does some damage to add on to your damage. Jace. It's kind of already cluster
Damn, I
up
don't get
here,
to go
but
forever.
Yeah. What do I do? Huh. I guess I can just try and shoot through Pilbow at the guy he's attacking.
Please don't
Yeah,
shoot
he just
through
gets-
Pilbow.
yeah, he just gets
Cover.
cover.
We like him in One
So
Piece.
I'll let you apply that.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Let's full round it. Why not? Spell combat, acid splash, blah blah blah. And I'm not gonna do an arcane pull point. I think it's fine. Okay. So this should be the roll.
Actually, that would be a really cool spell, now that I think about it. Like a transmutation thing that makes somebody like it puts like an actual hole in their body for a moment so that you can shoot through them and not get covered.
Yeah. I mean, you just get improved precise
Like a
shot.
Mr. Fantastic
Cover.
Rubberman kind of thing.
You need to subtract one. I'm not within
Okay.
point blank range,
So subtracting one.
so I would have had
you
a 5-foot step up. But
You still hit with the 2 extra shots, then you don't hit with the spell attack.
okay, so yeah, I rolled pretty well, 18 and 17.
Yeah, that's enough to drop this guy. Actually,
So I just put an arrow through his chest.
put 2 arrows into him. Yeah, he's
Two arrows,
still
yeah.
alive, but yeah, you knock him out. He's bleeding out on the ground there.
Dang. Even Jace is impressed with himself.
This guy goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" To Abrellis. He feels like he's been wrong. Why'd you attack him? What's wrong with you? He tries to hit you with his club. Ooh, does a 26 hit Abrellis? Oh, he takes a penalty though. Did you debilitate his attack? Or his AC? I don't remember. If he hits his attack, it's actually a 24 to his attack instead. Does that hit Abrellis? Is my vent lagged out? Can anybody hear me?
No, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Pluto, I just realized my sheet, even though I turned on the mods, it didn't actually apply them, so the numbers would have actually been even 2 lower.
Yeah, but
that
you
might
rolled
have
really high.
changed.
I think you're still good.
Okay, yeah. Every
This
time I
guy's
change a
AC is
buff
very high.
on my sheet, I have to recalculate or else it doesn't always work. It's really annoying. But anyways, I'll try and remember.
I
like,
think
I think it's 7
Abrellis
mods
takes
too high.
5 damage from this guy. Silric.
I'll move up next to Jasper.
Okay.
I guess I'll attempt to throw my shuriken to the one below Pilbow, or in front of Pilbow.
Okay, yeah, you got a clear line on him. Ooh. Is that number correct? You will roll a 3. Okay. That'll miss, unfortunately.
Rip.
And
Hannah?
another ending fail.
I get to go. Okay. We will.
I've seen Silric do some good things, just not very many good things with shurikens.
Throwing's not your
we'll keep trying.
speciality. If you can sword things and trip them and flurry.
Yeah, no, it's good to
that's-
have the option, though.
Yeah, that's kind of what I give them. I always felt it weird to have a monk have a bow. I guess they could have a bow. It just seems weird. Let's see.
I don't think they're proficient with them though.
Hero Lab said she could. Oh, well, crossbow. I could use crossbow.
Yeah, with crossbow they could be, yeah. Because they're simple weapons. Almost anybody can use crossbow.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys look like you have this handled, to be honest. I will move. Do I need to? Okay, what's my move speed here? Nope. I'll move up though. I'll move up and shit, I don't have any protection spells.
Acid splash.
No. I wanted the color spray, but I'm just not close enough. Fine. I'm not gonna move up. I'll stay back here. I'm just gonna magic missile the one that's hurt, I guess.
Okay. You got like 3 magic missiles. You put them all at him, or?
Do I get 3 at level 5?
Mm-hmm.
At level 5.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, your character level is 5.
Unfortunately, I have to call it before I send them, and I don't know if it's going to take him down or not, so I'm going to go ahead and just send them all at him. So,
Yeah, fuck him up.
3d4 plus 3. Booyah. That's a small number.
Okay. He is still up, but he's in critical shape right now, so.
Okay.
Yep. This guy finally gets to go. And yeah, he's gonna say, "You filthy beggar, we've had enough of your racket." And he goes up and steps up and tries to hit him.
Oh no!
And he misses.
Nice.
Jasper, for his part, he steps away from him and kind of holds his hands up in a defensive position. And he looks back. Whoa! Whoa upon us all! And round 2, Abrellis.
Alright. I'm going to... I want to flank this dude. But...
Could almost
There's
get one,
not
but...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, none of these other guys go before... Like, the guy who goes right after you is unconscious already, so...
Mm-hmm.
Could delay.
No, I'm gonna do something. I think I might use my new dirty trick thing. Because I believe one of the things you can do is hamper their speed so that they can't take a 5-foot step.
Uh-huh.
That
You
way,
get, like, a
yeah,
debilitating strike, too.
yeah. Yeah, but I can't flank them, though.
Alright, yeah, I know.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go with a dirty trick combat maneuver on this guy right here.
Okay.
And with my short sword, I'm basically trying to, cut his belt in such a way that, his pants fall down around his ankles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Maybe he has a bubble butt. What if they don't slide down?
Then he must have a +2 to his like combat maneuver defense.
Give him a bonus. He has a bubble butt. It's patent now.
Yeah, because he has a big ol' butt. Yeah, 18 on that guy.
Yep, I think that'll beat his CMD. Let's see here.
Oh, I didn't even add the +2 from improved dirty trick.
Yep, that'll definitely beat it then.
Noise.
All right, I
What's it
hamper his
listed on
speed with
here?
it then.
Oh, it's in statistics. Crazy. Okay. Yep. Okay. This guy needs to make a Constitution check. And he makes it. Pillbow.
All right. I'm going to step on this guy's body to get a flank.
Okay.
And I'm going to Visions of Madness this guy.
Okay. That with the flank bonus. He has entangled though as well.
Yes.
So lower his touch AC even further, so that'll hit.
All right.
So he has
now
the
I have,
debuff.
Now it's a 2 debuff.
Okay. -2 to his attack rolls and saving throws, or -2 to
Yes.
attacks and skills. Okay.
Saving
-2
throws
to
and
attack,
attacks.
attacks and saving throws. Okay. And he has a +2 to his skills. All right. Best friend's gonna come up and try to hit this guy. That'll miss even with him being entangled. All right, Jace.
I am walking back from dishes because Pathfinder night's dishes night. I'm going to a 5-foot step forward and still out of range for point blank. So uncheck that. Hit the bouton to recalculate, and I'm gonna end up doing the same thing as last time, full round with acid splash once it recalculates. It's like slow. And obviously you'll apply the cover bonus. There it goes. Bouton. Ooh, not as good of rolls.
Yeah, but the last one hits.
Yeah, rolled an 18, so. Cool. So does a little bit of damage.
Yep. This guy says, "Whoa, you guys are crazy, man. I'm out of here. This ain't worth it." And he runs off. Celery.
I'll move forward and punch the hooligan.
Okay. Okay. Those both hit. And he is up, but critical shape. Hannah.
I shout. I'm gonna get closer and I'm gonna intimidate to demoralize this guy and tell him, "You better run with your friend."
Okay. Okay. He gets to go next. He's gonna say, "You're right, man. You guys are crazy." He tries to run away. He's going to provoke from Abrellis and Pilbo, because he's going to do withdraw action, but he's still going to provoke in this square. So he won't get the flank for that. But actually, he can't even move as far because he's entangled. So even with a withdraw action, he can only get like to here. But he also provokes if you guys would like to take an attack right here. Otherwise, I can just have him, scurry away with his pants down around his ankles. He's trying to like.
Yeah, I think that's funny enough.
That's funny. Let's do that.
Okay.
I just give him like a kick on his tuchus as he
You get an extra
goes.
5 feet of movement from your kick.
Okay, so those two run away. You do still have the other one that's unconscious. They got knocked out. Pillow standing on that square, but we're out of combat now.
Jace will yell after them, and don't you bother innocent people again.
Okay.
He'll check the conscious one right away.
Okay.
He's stabilized already, but
Yeah, he looks like he's already stable. You do notice from closer inspection of him that he's got like these black stains around his lips, and you identify from that you think this guy might be a Pesh addict.
Oh.
Ooh.
He's on drugs. Check him for Pesh. Does he have any?
Yeah.
Uh,
All we find is
Now
his
I've got the
crack
drugs
card.
and the money.
God damn it.
he does have Pesh on him, actually. Yeah.
Oh.
Little cube of pesh.
Yeah.
Nice. I have to confiscate
Saving that for
this.
later.
Yeah.
He's got five doses of Pesh on him.
Oh shit. Does everybody want a dose, or shall I just take them all? I don't know.
You can take them.
Yeah, Jasper's over here. He says, I tried to warn you. I tried to tell that the end times were coming. And look, they came for me.
Was
They
it
tried to
black?
Slow
silence
down.
the truth. They tried to silence the truth. Jasper won't be silenced.
It's probably just regular.
Right,
Pesh,
now, we want to hear what you got to say, but let's change the topic to something about a lady and her light.
He looks at you for a moment. And then he yells out, The blue-eyed raven marks the grave of one of thee. The one who heeds my warnings yet does not believe.
Blue-eyed raven.
Well, dang.
And it doesn't look like it looks like he's still like acting pretty neurotic. Like he's you think like he kind of took in what you said and then just it did not make sense to him and he went back down when he was going there. Would you like to try to make a diplomacy check to try to get him calmed down a little bit?
Sure. And I know that I remember that was it Mr. or Mrs. Heedmark told us something about trying to calm him down, but does it look like he needs to be calmed down like as in a calm emotions or like straight up like fixing his craziness?
So you think that he actually probably is literally insane, and that would probably be the better like long-term solution. But yeah, you think like a calm emotions would probably at least temporarily work. Like it at least would, while a calm emotion is on effect, he'd probably be lucid enough to talk during that time.
All right.
Or if you had some other way to calm him. But yeah, it doesn't seem like you're able to. So Jace comes over and tries to calm him down as well. It looks like.
yes, I try.
Okay, what do you do? What do you do to try to calm him?
Tell him
Would you
it's fine. You're safe now. The evil bandit people are gone. Calm down and tell us what you're talking about.
He looks at you, but then he says, "No one's safe. Embrace annihilation in thy heart, intrepid few. It wipes clean Galarian's canvas for divinity's next design."
Who
Want
who
some
wipes
hash?
clean? Who is this that you speak of?
I'm talking about my Lord Grotus. He'll wipe
Do
away.
I know who that is?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a knowledge religion. It's a pretty low DC. You'll probably know it. Yeah, I've seen you have knowledge religion.
No, I don't actually. I rolled it.
No, well,
untrained.
it's less than a DC 10 though. So Grotus
Hey,
is.
I know.
Yeah, you know. Grotus is the basically is the deity of like the end times, kind of, and is the giant moon that hangs over the boneyard. Supposedly, Grotus is going to be like is overseen for the end of the universe, and kind of you think that maybe is what he's talking about, the annihilation thing, because supposedly at the end times, at least according to followers of Grotus, he's going to be like the last one to see the end of the universe and oversee like the new universe that gets created from like whatever is left over.
Okay. I was hoping this was gonna like connect to the shattered star pieces or something, but I'm not seeing a connection.
Well, I
so
think
now I'm
in
not
order
sure.
to do that, I think we gotta pacify him first. Which means we might have to shell out a little bit for like a potion of cure, or a potion of calm emotions or something. Or a scroll if anybody can cast it.
Yeah, and you know that Grotus is a chaotic neutral deity who's his symbol is a skull-faced moon, which is kind of what he looks like in the bone, hovering over the boneyard. And as area is concerned, empty places, oblivion, and ruins. Most people that worship Grotus tend to be madmen.
Yeah. Nihilists.
Huh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can help calm him down any more than I already have.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's just speaking crazy. This ain't no kind of cant. Well, we did save him from getting a lynching. But I don't know, what you all think? Should we go and try and calm him down?
Do we feel that it's necessary? Or like
I
we gonna get
don't
more
know.
from him?
We're kind of we don't know that.
Yeah.
Sheila
it's
Heatberg
worth
seems to think we
trying.
can.
Can you create a potion of calm emotions?
Oh, I'm not
Hannah?
a potion maker.
Oh.
Yeah,
I see you working
she's
with
an alchemist.
bottles and vials all the time, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we can find someone to buy a potion from.
Yeah, or a scroll.
Sure. I mean, it's on the cleric, out of character, it's on the cleric spell list, so I don't know if Pilbo can cast it or not.
Yes. What?
Calm emotions.
I don't have it.
Well, you have all spells on the spell list, right?
He doesn't have it prepared, at least, then.
But you don't have an open slot, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, we could get a scroll, though. Oh yeah, Sheila thinks we should be able to do it and get more information, so I think we should do it. She hasn't let us astray yet.
Alright, well then we're gonna have to we'll probably take him with us, and I believe one of you
she'll
can
go with
cast calm emotions, but for the sake of in-character stuff, who's able to do it?
Wand. Do you want to do that?
Would that work? Do we think that would work?
Oh. We can certainly
Charm person?
him. At least try.
Yeah, but you could give it a shot. You're not sure if it would work or not.
I'm gonna use a charge of charm person on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom. Charge used. DC 11. Apparently.
Okay.
Shit, that's low. It's a level 1 spell.
Yeah, it's a level. It's from a wand.
I mean, he might just accept it. No, he's kind of crazy. Like, we should have told him beforehand, like, look, we're going to try and calm you down. This will make you feel better.
Save.
And then we tell him to, like, just let us do this.
Meh.
Well, Calm
He still might
Emotions
not
has
let
no
us,
save, so that's one of the nice things with that one.
Yeah, I think we should probably just do that.
It is a
then.
level 2 cleric spell, so theoretically, even if Pilbo doesn't have prepared right now, it could be something that he could prepare, like, and you could come back and find him again tomorrow.
We could just let him rant and rave. But what if he gets ganged up on again? Tie him up. Let's take him with us. Oh. Hannah rolls her eyes.
I mean, we don't need to tie him up.
Tie him up.
What do you... This isn't a kidnapping, Hannah.
Well, yeah, but
We're just looking for his help. Would you be willing to stay with us for a day, and then we're going to try and calm you down?
Okay, roll another diplomacy check. Try to convince him to do that.
Oh God, why me?
Pay for a
Don't
nice
we have a
room.
face of the party?
In an inn somewhere.
Same exact roll? Okay, I'll take the 15.
Okay. Well, you rolled lower you rolled the same last time. This was a lower
gonna
DC though,
help.
just to get him to go with you.
I'm helping.
So he looks like he's convinced to follow you for now. He's like, what difference does a day make across the aeons of time?
He grabs your shoulder
And it
as
looks
he
like he's-
waves to the air. Oh.
It looks like he's willing to follow you for now.
Okay. Well, alright, well, then let's find a suitable place and entertain the fellow for the day.
Maybe we can take him to the Heedmark Manor.
Disneyland? Oh, okay. Does Magnamar have an amusement park?
I mean, they had that carnival you guys went to earlier. It's probably about as close as they got. The shady carnival you guys went and talked to Zograthi at.
If we just perch him somewhere and then like put like a tip hat at his feet, he might make money. I don't know. He's gonna preach no matter what, right? I don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we might as well make something out of it though.
Yeah.
This is what you were missing, man. You didn't have a tip hat.
There you go.
Like,
Now
you're like,
he's
isn't that
performing."
crazy Grotus preacher? Like, little did you know he's actually a performing artist.
Yeah, this is just
Yeah.
a performance. Like, that's what we're supposed
We're
to do:
his
is stand in
managers
front of
now.
him, watch him, like, oh, art. Get the crowd in on
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Alright, so you got
Okay,
Jasper
so we
with
go.
you now. So, yeah, where you guys going now?
I don't know.
I
hanging out
suggested Heedmark Manor. I mean, this was Sheila's idea, surely, and she offered to let us stay whenever we want, so surely she'll let us stay with this guy, right?
Oh, well, there you go.
You wanna
I'm
try
sure
it?
she'll understand.
I mean, it was her
Alright.
suggestion. I feel like this isn't too out there.
Should we be like teenagers and just bring him
Alright.
in without saying anything? Or like, I don't know.
This is our friend. He's staying with us for the night. We're gonna have a slumber party.
Bye.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
So-
Okay.
Just take
Yeah.
him back to...
I mean,
yeah.
Jace assumes that he's charmed Sheila enough that she'll do anything, like, minor like this for him. We'll see, though.
Yeah, you get there and like the servant's like, uh-oh, like they see you coming in with him and he's sitting there shouting still. He's like, "Oh, know that the dark child sings on the salted wind. Be wary of the chorus that presages oblivion's watery denouement." And the servant's like, "Oh Lord," and goes to get Sheila, and she sees you guys have brought Jasper. She says, well, I guess you can keep him here for a little while. I'll see if I can
Just
find
one
somewhere to
night.
put him." But she doesn't look terribly like happy about it. Like she's kind of like, well, like she's like, "All right, I guess I'll figure something out."
You are as generous as you are beautiful.
And yeah, she finds like an unused room basically, and has a servant like clear it out and kind of set it up as like kind of some simple like living place. Puts like a bedroll in there and everything. It's like, all right, well, it's not extravagant, but I do have a room that he can stay in.
Yeah, Jace might stay
But I
in the
need
same room.
I need one of you guys to keep an eye on him and make sure that he gets fed and somebody
Watered.
take him outside for a walk if he needs it. He starts getting restless.
Anna just
Jason's
looks
gonna take
awkwardly
responsibility.
at
I'm-
everybody like, not me.
I'm not gonna take responsibility for your crazy old man.
Oh my god.
Yep, I'll do it. You have nothing to worry about whilst he's in my care.
Yeah, try to. I mean, he could be a danger to himself and others, so just keep an eye on him.
Of course.
And then, yeah, you guys have the rest of the day, and then, yeah, if you guys wait one more day, you could prepare, like, Pilbo should be able to prepare Calm Emotions from the Cleric spell list, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if we want to take the day. Or
Assuming that
you
he's
could just
willing to do
drop some gold to
Or
buy
somebody
a
could go
scroll.
buy the gold and buy it today, so it's up to you guys.
I think it's a level 2, right?
Yeah, it's level 2.
So that's 150 gold?
We don't need to spend gold if it's just a day.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. We're not pressed for time.
It's only just
Alright, I guess we'll rest another day.
away.
We entertain ourselves.
And Pilbo, could you do that for us?
Tomorrow.
Or will you do that for us?
Yeah.
Thank you, Pilbo.
Alright, so anything else anybody wanted to do? Maybe just new more crafting things or whatever you guys do in your downtime. But I'm thinking we'll just fast forward to the next day.
Yeah,
You guys good with that?
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm good with that.
I mean,
So
as
the
long
next
as I don't
morning-
have to like stay up all night and watch him, like he'll sleep.
No, eventually he does fall asleep, and he does like talk in his sleep sometimes and say some crazy shit. But yeah, other than that, he seems, and maybe your sleep is a little like disturbed by that, but otherwise the night goes by with no
But not
troubles.
mechanically.
Mechanically, you don't have to worry about it. No, you're not like.
Oh,
fatigued
thank
or
God.
anything.
If you're too tired to prepare spells, I'm like, oh God.
No.
Okay.
Dun,
Okay,
dun,
cool.
dun.
So
Sleep for another day.
next day, I'll take care of him. I'll make sure he gets breakfast in the morning and take him for his walk
Yeah.
around.
While you're eating breakfast, he looks at you and he says, "When vexatious choice presents itself, the rightward path always leads to safety. Remember that, my boy. Remember that."
The rightward path.
Like-
I'll remember. Tell
Taking
me,
advice from the
Jasper,
crazy man.
what do you know about the Thessalonians?
Ah, the Thessalonians? The Thessalonians?
Yeah, do you know anything about them, the ancient people?
They labored for naught. They did not hear the heed of oblivion's bell. They should have heard. They should have heard the tolling of the bell.
Well, it's a good thing we have you, so we hear the bell.
And then yeah, Pilbo shows up from wherever he was staying, and here's this guy ranting, and I'm assuming he's gonna cast Calm Emotions.
Before that happens, Jasper, can you tell me? Have you heard of the Shattered Star? And sorry to Pluto if this is putting you on the spot.
He looks at you and then says, "Fear is wiser than folly, but folly will aid thee in the nights to come."
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yep.
I'm trying to read between the lines there. I'm not getting anything, but I say, okay, Jasper. Now, Pilbo's here to help you. He's a great man. Even if he does worship an evil deity, Jay says under his breath.
And I say, you're always so judgmental about our good friend Pilbo.
So Calm Emotions.
Oh, did you hear that?
So Calm Emotions will only last for really only about
Couple
a minute,
rounds.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah. That should give us some time to just question him quickly.
Yeah, should give you time to ask a couple questions. So yeah, he casts that on him, and yeah, he gets like a much more serene looking look on his face, and you think that perhaps now you might have a brief moment of lucidity.
Okay, so remind us. Did Sheila Heedmark say that he'd be able to tell us something specific about the Lady's Light, or was it just in general?
She just told you. Yeah, she just told you that he spent time in the area in the Mushfins around the Lady's Light, and he could tell you probably about like what you can expect in terms of like if there's any particular dangers or anything around that area.
And I ask him then, what does he remember about the area around Lady's Light? What makes it so dangerous?
The Lady's Light. Yes, I remember now. So he tells you that he says the most numerous and dangerous things there is the tribes of troglodytes and boggards there. These tribes have long bickered, which you might be able to use to your advantage. Perhaps I've been there a year, so who knows? Perhaps one side's managed to get the upper hand on the other, though. I'd recommend that when you get there, troglodytes. Yeah.
Troglodytes.
I'd recommend that when you get there, you see the witch who lives in the area named Moreau.
Ooh, Moreau. Okay. That's something good.
Yeah. She's a recluse, a half-orc woman who moved out there because she didn't want to deal with people's judging her anymore. But she's a nice woman, though. She can be a little standoffish, but if you tell her that I sent you, then that you seek her advice and offer to help her with any little tasks she has, she will probably be very willing to give you more current information on the area. So I'd recommend when you get there that you seek her out first.
All right.
Yeah, and when the Calm Emotion spells ends, like once the 5 rounds are up there, it seems like he's actually still like fairly calm for now. Even though the spell is actually ended, he's able to maintain his composure still for a little bit. And he says, if you give me a piece of paper, I can draw you a crude map of the.
Oh yeah, we better get it to him quickly.
It'll be from my memory, but I could point out to where Moreau's house is, and some of
sweet.
the other dangerous landmarks.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he gives you a map, which will give you a +4 survival on all survival checks to avoid becoming lost when you guys are traveling to the Mushfens if you go on foot, and while you're in the Mushfens. If you guys do take the boat, then it'll just be useful once you get to the mush fens.
Okay.
Sweet.
Cool.
Who has survival? Not me.
Tiny
I
bit.
have a little bit.
Pilbo, our guide.
Okay.
Doesn't Solric have it a little bit too?
Have what?
I feel like I remember somebody saying something about Solric having survival.
Maybe, but I have survival.
Oh, okay. So we have people with survival.
Yeah. By the way, Pluto, I
I
forgot
got
to
it.
do all my skill ranks, and so I actually, after the fact, put one in knowledge religion, if that's all right.
That's
I had
fine.
like 3 or 4 points left.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think we still take the boat, though. It sounds like the better option than going through a swamp.
Oh man, but there's so much.
And Jasper looks at you and says, "If you guys are going to the Ladies' Light, perhaps I could go with you. It'd give me something to do."
Well, take the crazy man with us?
Yes, out of character, this might not be a great idea because he is still insane.
No.
But it does say in here that he offers to go with.
I would be okay with it.
No.
I mean, clearly he needs protection from random strangers trying to beat him up with clubs. And so if he's with us, we can offer him that protection.
He's gonna cost us. Who knows what? Perhaps many.
But what is a little bit of cost to a human life?
Oh, sorry,
I'm,
but in the midst of
It's
combat,
not an
who
elf
knows
life,
what
a
this
human
crazy
life.
man might
No, I'm
do.
kidding.
I'm gonna have to say I'm out on this one.
I'm sorry, sir, but no.
Oh, okay.
Well, I
Dejected.
tried. If you ever need
Yeah.
anything, though, you can always ask, and I'll help if I can.
We've already got one person, one
That's
extra.
true. You already have a
That
tag along. Who's
That's
taking
true.
another tag along might be a bit much.
But guys, I want to take the leadership feat.
And you want an old man?
And have the
not
crazy man as your cohort.
really. I'm kidding.
The real crazy,
Yeah.
the real crazy man cohort is Elgrior and Strange Aeons.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, Jace doesn't put up a fight or anything. He would like to help this man, but he also sees how
This
it
guy's
could slow us down.
craziness is a lot more debilitating than Elgrior's craziness, though.
Oh.
And yeah,
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
don't even know what this guy's capable of, honestly.
Okay.
He does
But,
have
you know.
he does have a very crazy looking heavy flail that's got like some
Wait, he has a flail?
But he didn't even use it when he
Yes.
was being attacked.
he didn't use it, but he had it. He has it with
He's
him. Yeah, he's got a big
What are
heavy
you
flail,
doing with this weapon?
and he's got and they're like the balls on it or whatever are like skulls. Like Grotus's holy symbol kind of.
Well, see, now I don't want to take him because if he goes crazy and we lose him, then that's our responsibility and our fault. But if we leave him here, there's a crazy man with a flail in the city. He doesn't fit in
Yeah.
anywhere.
Out of
The guy
character. Okay, Jace wouldn't say this, but out of character. Oh, yeah, we'll take you with us, and then like we lose him in the swamp. Oh no, where did he go? He got lost.
He got lost in the swamp. Oh no. That's terrible.
I'm a bad person.
Can't believe
Okay,
you
but
would
anyways,
intentionally lose the nice old man.
that's for my evil character. That's not for Jace. That's not Jace's
Oh,
thoughts.
okay.
Okay, so yeah, let's. Okay, so one thing, yeah, we haven't really decided on is I know that Hannah said she would like to go through the swamp to collect different ingredients and herbs
Specimens, yes.
and specimens. I'm not opposed to that, especially since we have this kind of crude map to help guide us. It might be a little stinky, though.
What's with you people and smell?
I suppose I could use magic to get rid of it.
So yeah, if you guys wanted, you could start heading there now, or you could wait for like 4 more days and take the boat. It'll take you 4 days to walk, but
Is there a
if you wait and take the boat, it'll take you 5 days,
We
basically.
should start a teleportation service. Explore
I mean,
the
you
world
can't
and then
teleport.
start a teleportation service.
Yeah, the closest I know about is I think there's like some sort of thing where some of the Pathfinder lodges have like networks to teleport from one to the other.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
The Heedmark Manor is actually like the Magnamar Pathfinder Lodge, but it's just started and doesn't have that yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anybody else?
There was like a previous attempt at someone else tried to open a lodge in Magnamar, but it didn't work out. But yeah, this current
Anyone
iteration
else
of the
what?
Magnamar Pathfinder Lodge
Input.
has Sheila just started it, basically.
I'm good either way. If we do go the swamp route, I'm going to prepare prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Slow down it. Yeah.
I remember back in the day, we would intentionally like try to like stutter it a whole bunch. Like,
Yeah, well, that's why. I mean, that's what I just did. But,
Yeah.
Prestidigitation.
okay. So yeah, I'm good either way. What's the rest of the party think?
I think that should be alright.
We're asking swamp or boat. Pick one.
Boat.
Anybody else?
I don't want.
Yeah, Pilbo.
I don't want swamp ass.
Looks like you're outnumbered.
The boat.
The Boat wins.
Very
Going on a
well.
boat.
Pilbo's afraid of
Yeah,
the
how-
same
how's
thing
this,
that
though?
Umbrella says.
Hannah, in the last few days before the boat leaves, I'll go out with you to help you collect some herbs and things in the nearby forest area.
Well, it's mostly your armor that would weigh you down, so just keep your armor off while we're on the boat.
Who are you talking to? I have
To
light
Bilbo.
armor. Oh, okay.
He's worried about the boat, and Abrellis is trying to reassure him that
Don't fall in the water.
just be a
or else you're
comfy
gonna
ride.
stick like a rock.
I was just hoping to run
Yeah.
across very poisonous specimens, but I doubt we're gonna find those kind of things in a small forest.
well, we're still kind
nearby.
of going into a swamp.
So yeah, on the boat. So
Perhaps we'll find some ocean sea specimens.
I ain't going swimming though. Anyways, there's always another time. Just a missed opportunity, that's all.
Andal says, "Hey guys."
Hi.
Sorry, we go on the
what's
boat.
his name again?
Hi, Andal.
And
It's like handle, but without the H.
because he doesn't
Yeah.
have a handle.
Okay. I didn't really pay attention to his name, but now that he's
Handle.
going with us, I'm gonna have to remember it.
Oops, no, that's spelled.
Hey, Andal, you're
Gesser.
actually really lucky that you asked us early because someone else asked to go with us too, but we had to turn him down because we were already taking you.
God.
Oh well, I'm sure that whoever asked you also isn't a talented scribe that will document your exploits and
He was
spread
actually
your.
quite skilled in storytelling, though. He has quite a good memory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but you're in and he's out.
Us Pathfinders have to stick together, right?
Of course, I would never consider taking him over you. You remind me a lot of myself 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, when I was a young lad.
when I too was going out on my first mission.
He says, "Well, it's not like this is the only field work I've done. Granted, most of the field work I've done hasn't been particularly dangerous, but I have been in other ruins."
Maybe we're the noobs.
Oh, I thought
What if he's level
I thought your
6?
field work was
Damn.
going to be like crops in the farm field. That's where I thought that was going. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna take the boat, and it leaves in 2 days now. I don't remember what days. Is it 2 days, 3 days now? But in a few days.
Yeah, it leaves.
So just make sure you're ready.
Yep, he says he'll be ready.
And then
All right, anything you guys wanna
anyone
do
else
during
that
this
wants
few days?
crafting, Pilbow,
Yep.
+1 weapon, +1 armor, 1,000 gold. Or 1,500
I've already
gold.
got my Masterwork Cestus, so you can fuck right off.
Like,
Whoa.
you want it to be +1? Extra damage. You're a tank, though. You want +1 armor?
It only
I
costs
don't
him
support
500.
your kind.
It only costs 500 gold for him to upgrade the armor to a +1, since it's already masterwork. But yeah, he could be waiting also to get full plate instead of banded mail. So
I mean, I can start crafting you full plate. If you have the money.
You seem greedy.
I'm literally doing it for you for 0 profit.
yeah, he's doing it at cost.
Hmm.
Or so he says.
He's
Yeah,
getting a 5%
I actually have
another
discount
bonus.
that he's not calculating into it.
No, I'm calculating it. I shouldn't have told you guys though. I should have just done it, and then I should have added up how much money I'd made over the whole campaign or something at the end and told you. That would have been actually
geez.
pretty good. But I'm not that kind of player.
And
I
then
just
the
like
next
to
game, the
think
game
about this
master's
thing.
like, you start with like no money. All right, have fun.
I mean, I don't think it's that unreasonable. I mean, the whole point is you sacrifice a feat for the extra money.
No, it's only funny because you're making a deal out of it. Like, I don't think anybody cares, honestly. Like, you're right. If you didn't say anything, like, we wouldn't have cared. Like, we probably still don't care. But can
Yeah,
pretend
no,
I do.
I'm not gonna do that. So full plate is 1,500 gold. I think I can craft it for 500 then, because it's a third for mundane gear. And then if it were to be
Alright.
masterwork, it's an extra 50 gold. So, yeah, and I don't get a bonus, or I don't get a subtraction. on that. So
One other thing is, while I
550
mentioned
gold.
it's been a while since I brought this up, but we are using the prestige points from the player's guide as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Which
right.
I guess you could have actually just used the prestige points to buy that scroll of calm emotions. Somebody could have used a prestige point to do that, but oh well, whatever.
Well,
Uh,
Pilbo prepared the
You
spell
need
himself
hero
anyway, so
points?
we're good.
No,
No, they're
prestige
not
points,
hero
so
points.
They're a little different. There's a list of things you can do in the player's guide with prestige points. If you scroll to the
okay,
very
then
bottom, you
I'll
actually
put that
see that there's a version of Andal. I'm using a different. I made my own
We only have
custom
1
Andal,
point though, right?
but
Yeah.
you did. But because you finished book 1, you get 5 additional points now. So you have 6 points,
okay.
which is quite a lot now. But yeah, you can use those. The main thing you'll probably end up wanting to use them on, I don't know, +4 to any one skill check is kind of nice. You can do out in the field. The other things you can do with it, I mean, you'll have to go into a town to get these, but you can basically use the prestige points to instead of paying to have a spell cast, you could just use a prestige points to get like a lesser restoration or remove disease or something cast on you. But it can also be used for a free purchase up to 150 gold as well. And
How
actually, the
many
way
do
I'm
we
going to do
have
this
right now?
is you can do. I'm going to say you can use these. You can use these once per session outside of if you're in a dungeon. You can use your prestige points to say retroactively that you bought that in town. Be like, oh well, before I left, I thought that this might happen.
How many
But not during
prestige
combat,
points do we have
I would
right
guess.
now?
Yeah, not during
6.
combat, but you could say like, oh, I arranged to get yeah. So they're sort of like hero points, kind of, but a little different. They're for items or spells, basically,
Yeah.
or to use for a +4 bonus on a skill
we
check.
can commune. Ooh, plane shift. Raise dead. Oh, I'm saving mine. You guys are gonna
Yeah,
resurrect
you can't
me,
quite get to the
man.
raised dead, but
saving them for,
eventually
raised
they'll be
dead might
useful
be
for
good.
that.
not
Using them
that we're gonna
for-
die, of course.
Oh, I'm definitely
using
gonna
them
die because I plan
for
on getting to
a
that game.
regular restoration for 2 prestige points is pretty useful too. If you end up getting drained.
Yeah. Oh, you can get a bodyguard for a week. Or a squad. Nice.
So yeah, you have six prestige points for finishing book 1, basically.
Okay, I'll have to re-download the player's guide. I lost it at some point,
Oh, I
Yeah.
just give you a website here.
but
hold on.
no problem. Nope, I'm downloading it already.
Okay, well you can just scroll down to the prestige boards. I don't know if we're doing the society gear stuff or whatnot part. This seems to talk about a lot of the fame things too.
Yeah, fame's in there as well. So some of the stuff that says there's stuff that says you need a certain amount of fame in order to use your prestige points.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys would have 1 fame right now. I believe. I'll have to double check on that number to see if you're actually supposed to have more than that. But I think you have at least 1 fame.
Yeah, we've done
God,
at
this
least one.
player's guide is so big. It's a
Let's
5
see.
meg
Let me see.
PDF.
Work
Oh,
detail
'cause it's full
of
color.
50 commoners? Oh shit.
Oh, I want to build a statue of myself.
Oh god.
Alright, well, I
Wait,
think
the
we're good though,
+4 on
right?
any skill
Yeah.
check.
Are we gonna get on the
that's
boat?
a one-time thing. That's not a forever thing.
Yeah, we can skip to March 3rd, and you guys can get on the boat if you'd like.
Right, Pluto. The +4 to a skill check isn't like permanent to that skill, right?
That's correct. It's a one-time thing.
It's the one time. Okay.
You say before you roll the skill check. Actually, you could do it.
That could be really good
Does
for
it
like
say-
a craft check, honestly. If I have a really
Does it
hard
say you
one.
have to announce it before, or can you do it retroactively? Let's see here if it says that specifies on here. I don't think it does.
It's fine. We can worry about it later.
Yeah, you can't spend it during combat, but
Free purchase up to 750 G. Okay. Anyways, cool. We go to the Boat.
okay. So yeah, actually, if you use them outside of Magnamar, you can do it at increased cost. That's actually by the rules here. It's like +5 to the increase to the cost. So if you use like all your points, you can get you can get like a remove disease done for you while you're in a dungeon, for example. But if you're in Magnamar, then it's just the base cost.
Okay, so forget the thing you said earlier. There's rules for
Yeah.
how this works out of
There
town.
actually are rules for how they work out of
Okay.
town.
Cool.
All right,
like your
so
rules
getting on the boat.
First, better, but that's fine.
Before we
Alright,
go on the
so-
boat, I buy like provisions, some extra food, some empty bottles.
True.
So yeah, and you know that the boat ride, you're getting on the boat in the morning. It'll be one day basically, and you should get to the lady's light the next morning. So you'll just be on the boat for one day. But yeah, once you get there, the the ship's gonna drop you off. Like they're gonna drop you off using one of their smaller boats, and they're gonna have to like row you over to shore through, because there's a bunch of rocks and obstacles and such, so they can't get too close with the ship.
Yeah.
And they're not going to hang around. So, like I said, it's either going to be a one-way and you'll have to walk back through the swamp to get back, or, and Sheila tells you that you'll need to be talking to someone named Captain Yarnell Fessender. She's the captain of the ship. It's a merchant vessel. She says you might be able to work out a deal where, like, maybe when she comes back from Corvosa back to Magmar, you might be able to work out a deal where she stops and picks you up at like a specific day.
Okay.
Time crunch. I don't mind going through the swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go on the
Yeah,
way
and-
back through the swamp.
Yeah, when you get there, so Yarnell tells you that she says, I'm not going to put up with any shenanigans on my ship, but you're welcome
Good, me either.
you're welcome to ride there for the day. You're going to have to stay in the cargo hold. I don't really have any nice quarters for you or anything.
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah.
It looks like there's got 6 of you here. All right.
Umbrellas is like, 6? What you talk? And she sees Ondel and she's like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He waves. Hi.
She does that thing where like she face palms and says like very under her breath like, just shut up.
And yeah, so he like looks. He's like, you don't have any extra cargo or any sorts of like strange animals or anything like that you need to bring with you.
Mm-mm. But in before Jasper like has snuck on the ship.
He stows away. Well, not
Yeah.
Jasper, but you do notice as you guys are like getting on the ship, someone else does come in and talks. You see her talking to Yarnell, and maybe you notice her hand him like a little sack that perhaps has gold or something in it. But he looks into it, she looks into it and kind of nods, and you see this other woman get on the ship as well.
Okay.
All right.
And yeah, as you guys are leaving, Yarnell, she dresses out to you guys and the crew and says, "All right, we're heading out. I know we had adventurers on board, but I don't want any murders. No murders on this ship."
Oh, jeez.
And most importantly, no murder mysteries. I want you all to be very forthright with your murders if it
Yes.
happens.
If it does happen, you need to be very forthright. We are not having a murder mystery on this boat. I won't stand for it. And the boat takes off.
All right.
And you guys have some time on the boat. I don't know if any of your characters have ridden on boats before in your past.
I mean, like, I think Umbrellas has only been on boats concerning, like, stealing stuff as they're docked with the Zarni.
Okay. So you haven't gone sailing before, though.
She hasn't gone sailing yet on a moving boat.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if anybody gets like seasick or anything, but if so, Andal tells you he maybe gives you some tips on how to like deal with it. He's like, if you just keep your eyes on the shore, it'll help keep you centered, like help keep you aware of, because he kind of tries to explain, like he's like, if when you're seasick, usually it's because your brain is detecting an imbalance in the uh like it doesn't match what your eyes are seeing. But if you keep an eye on there, you can see that the shifting of the horizon, then it can help keep you in the proper frame of mind. So yeah, he tries to help out with that.
Oh, good. Then
but
I
yeah,
can just close
you
my
can tell
eyes
that
the whole
he
time.
has. No, don't do that. That'll just make it worse. And at least so he says. And anyway, so he's sail a boat, and he's trying to like help anyone who seems like they're seasick or anything like that. But yeah, what do you guys do on anything in particular on the boat?
I just try to listen to gossip and people talking and stuff like that, eavesdropping.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
So sure, you gather from doing that throughout the day, that the ship's first mate, who's named a man named Hawkeye Sewell, and his brother Chebby are like known for
no.
being very, very what?
You're
What?
giving
What do
us
you got?
interesting characters.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I
That
want to
they're
talk around the boat too.
they're
Oh, shit.
known as being brutal taskmasters and are strongly disliked by the crew.
Oh no. The
Okay.
crew won't
However,
like 'em.
Yarnell puts up with that because like they're good at getting shit done and like keeping people on task though.
That's why they don't like
Alright.
them. Lazy fucks.
Yeah, they're efficient.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though their manner is harsh. But yeah, other than the woman you saw get on after you guys, there aren't any other passengers. It's just you guys, and all the rest of it's just crewmen, and they're moving
hmm
goods to Magnum, or from Magnamar to Corvosa.
Okay. Sounds good then.
But yeah, other than that, nothing happens during the day.
Is there
Usually night-
anything
Just
valuable that's just kind of standing out on the ship?
nope, nothing like especially valuable. Like it seems like all like nothing that's on like at least on the deck. You do think that there's probably a lot of cargo that is potentially valuable below deck, but
There's nothing about looking at what the cargo is, so I'll just go and have myself a look.
okay. Let's see. Does it say what the cargo
Well,
is
I
on
am
here?
not with her while she's doing this.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't do it if you were following me.
Ah, good.
I'd try to like lose you or something with
Oh, I wouldn't be following
with
you.
with the best way for me to lose anybody on this ship is to somehow pass Ondel off to them.
Oh, that wouldn't be me either. In fact, if I'm
Okay,
the last
when
person
you-
near him, I'll just walk away anyways. Set him free.
If anyone's getting murdered on this boat, it might be Ondel, and I'll just say, yeah, I did it. You're welcome.
So you notice that the cargo looks like it's mostly like wood goods. Like it looks like it's stuff like furniture. So there's also just some like boards of wood that look like they're going there just being sent as like raw materials. But this looks like most of it's the stuff that maybe would have came out of like the sawmills
Mm-hmm.
or stuff that was manufactured using the wood.
Alright.
Cool.
Nothing
It looks
really
like
I
it's
can
fairly
carry
valuable, but
on my
it's
person.
not. Yeah, it's not stuff that you could really pickpocket. It's stuff that's like very bulky. And And then yeah, you guys have a place in that cargo hold. It's kind of set up. There's some like hammocks kind of set there, and it's kind of cramped. Like it's not like you guys have like luxurious sleeping spots, but they are set up for you guys to sleep in if you want.
All right, yeah, I'll make myself comfortable as I can in the cargo hold.
Yeah.
I guess I'll keep an eye on Andal. I'm the caretaker. I'll show him around the ship and tell him about the different parts of it, and nothing fancy. I don't know anything fancy, but like, oh, that's
he
the
knows,
aft, and that's the.
He's been on a ship before. He probably knows more about ships than you. He looks at you and does that. I know more than you.
Yeah.
And,
like
and
wants
Jace
something.
just gives him a cold stare, like maybe
We'll
next
pay
time we
for
won't
this
take you
someday.
with us.
Why don't you
Yeah,
ask
he
him
actually
what he
maybe
so
gets
much.
wants to
excited
do?
about ship stuff too, and actually he maybe nerds out about the ship with you if
He probably doesn't
But-
even realize that he like was kind of rude. He's just like too excited about the ship and just goes on
yeah, of course.
blathering away. Okay, that's fine. Jace politely listens.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys just all sleep in the cargo hold there below deck.
Yeah,
Go to sleep
that's the perfect way for
I
us to
might
be
get
out of
up
the
and
picture while the
wander
murder
around it.
happens.
at night, though.
I'll study my new spells, mostly.
I just have to sleep because spellcaster.
Okay.
I thought about looking for a ring of sustenance, but
right.
I'm pretty sure I can't afford it.
Don't freak out or anything, but
Oh
everyone
my
give me
god!
everybody give me a perception check, and Abrellis give me a
okay.
percentage check.
Okay. I mean, this sounds fun.
Hey,
like
Silric.
shenanigan. A 9. It's pretty low.
Dang.
I would have liked something more dangerous and higher.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Man, my
Okay,
perception's
so-
at plus 18 already. That's pretty good.
Your D100 was the
Uh,
same as his D20 with a bonus.
So while the ship anchors during the night while everyone's asleep, basically. But while you guys are asleep, this is including while Abrellis is below deck asleep. Jace and Silric hear like a kind of like a muffled kind of like someone
Oh, God.
yelping in pain
Oh, no.
from above the deck. It sounds like it's above deck.
Sounds like a murder mystery.
I sit up in my.
I mean, it might be.
Wait, what was that?
Paizo might just have not been able to resist putting a murder mystery on the boat.
Oh no! I
The
look
false
over and I see
sense of
Silric's up
security.
too.
Yeah, Silric's up too. He heard it as well. Everyone else is still asleep for now.
Like, oh, did you hear that? Let's check it out.
Alright. I get my weapons and armor.
Wait!
on.
Hold
I
up.
didn't wake you up. I didn't wake
They
you
haven't-
up. I'm
They
talking
haven't
to
woke you up
Silric.
yet. Yeah, it's just
I'm
Silric
trying to
and
split
Jace
the
up right
party
now.
here. I just want to see what Silric does.
Is Swanky there? I haven't heard her for a while.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Okay.
She rage quit.
Hello?
Oh,
Alright, I can hear you
Alright.
now. Okay. Alright. So you guys just gonna go check it out then? I'm not gonna wake anyone else up?
I
like it.
This seems like a dumb idea, but I really want to do it without the rest of the party. I
Do
think
it.
it'll be more fun.
I'm over here in my chair. Do it.
Yeah, okay, let's go. If it gets dangerous, we'll come back and wake them up. Not that I want to exclude people. I just think it'll be entertaining to have a split party for this.
All right. You go up above deck, and it's pretty dark out, but it's a clear night, a clear early spring night right now, and the moon's out, so there's enough light, especially with does Jace house have low light vision? I know Silric does.
Jace does because he took that stupid Heart of the Fae racial trait that gives low light vision.
So yeah, you guys are able to make out. You see that woman that came in after you guys, the other passenger, and you see her pushing a body over the edge of the ship.
Oh goodness!
Like lifting it up over the edge of the boat, and she doesn't. It seems like she sees you as you guys are doing that. She's pretty preoccupied with trying to lift it over. She's kind of quietly like trying to push it over. Like it looks like it's a heavier guy, like a heavyset guy.
I put my finger over my lips towards Silric to indicate be quiet.
Okay.
And then I don't know what to do. Shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a body. Like there's no doubt in my mind.
No, yeah, it's definitely a body. You can't tell who it is, but it's definitely a body.
I mean, I'm just trying to think, like, because I know that we've been prepped with murder mystery, but I'm trying to think, like, would Jace think this was a murder? Like, it almost has to be.
Yeah.
Okay,
body into water. What else would that be?
Yeah, I quietly take my bow off my back and nod to Silric like I'm gonna open fire.
Even if the guy isn't dead, it might be someone that's unconscious, in which case you are witnessing an ongoing murder, which is not quite a murder mystery, but...
Okay, so I'm going to basically take my bow out and draw it back and try and shoot this person to kill or maim them before they get away.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Okay.
So is it really just those two right now?
Yeah.
Man, alright.
And can I take a swift action to do Arcane Pool or not during surprise round?
You can do a swift action during surprise round.
Okay, and I'm within 30 feet?
Yeah. The boat's not very big, so...
Okay, hitting the recalculate button. So yeah, I spend an Arcane Pool point, and then I'm going to do...
I mean, I guess it's a pretty good sized ship, but yeah, it's still a ship, so...
Yeah, I'm going to do an attack.
Big ships are not that, like, yeah.
This should be right. Let me just double check. Okay. Oh god, minimum damage.
Okay, well you hit her with the arrow and she drops the body that she was trying to push over. It clunks back onto the deck, and she turns and looks at you, and she kind of she doesn't like run at you. She says, hold up, I have no quarrel with you, even though you just shot me. Ow.
I say stop right there. Don't make a move.
Yeah, so she tries to talk with you then. Are you willing to listen, or do we have to roll initiative?
Yes, I'm willing to listen.
Yes,
okay.
Listen.
She says, I have no quarrel with you. I am Diela Martem of the Balconies Abyss in Karamaga. This opal right here that I killed was responsible for the death of my niece. She was only 13 years old. And the damned Ardox bought the alibi that Chevy here, this pig of a brother, provided. My sister deserved justice, and Karamaga's society failed to provide it. So that task fell to me. I've been tracking Chevy for going on 17 months. I finally found him, and the deed is done. But I have no wish to taste the captain's justice. All I ask is for your silence. I'm going to assume Chevy's appearance for the rest of the voyage, and I was going to cut loose a rowboat to make it look like I'd left the ship.
Murder should not be repaid with murder. You will face trial and be judged for your actions.
Oh, god damn it. Also, if I may make the awful joke, so Pluto, if she was chasing Chevy, would that make this a Chevy chase?
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Yep, no applause is required.
I don't get it, but yeah.
Really?
I don't know that reference.
How do you not know who Chevy Chase is?
No idea.
Oh man.
What?
He's
Kick
also never
Zergurium
been
out of this game
camping
right now.
before, so like you see where this is going? Like,
Is this a camper? Like what?
no, you've just never lived. You've never really lived.
I mean, I don't really know celebrities too much, if that's a celebrity.
Yeah.
He's like one of the most famous actors of all time.
Like old? Like I know, like
Have you ever
young
seen National
current
Lampoon's
actors.
anything?
I've never heard of that movie.
Oh my.
I mean, he's fairly
Is that a
old
movie
now,
or a show?
but-
There's like
Anyways,
many of them. There's like it's like a...
I've
Alright.
literally never heard of that in my life.
Okay, yeah, anyway, Pluto. Let's get on with this. Zerdurium has
So,
disappointed me enough already.
Jace says that she's gonna have to face trial for this murder.
She says, "Not today." She jumps overboard.
Yeah! I say in my sleep, yeah.
I run
So
over
you-
to the body of the dead guy and check if he's alive.
He's definitely dead. You see,
And I
it's
look
Chevy
over the edge.
You see, you can see her swimming to shore because, which is quite a ways off.
I'm gonna
but-
try and shoot her again.
Okay.
How
I'll just
far
wave
away
goodbye.
is she?
Not
So
super
I assume
far.
more than
'cause
30
it's-
feet, but
Yeah. Murder should not be met with
but
murder.
I need
I'm going
to
murder
actually
you.
know
Yeah, I'm gonna murder-
so I know if I
Nah.
can apply a spell
Yeah.
strike or not.
So, let me just make sure I'm walking through your logic here. Murder cannot be repaid with murder. And because you murdered to repay that murder, I am going to murder you.
Well, no, I'm trying to maim her so I can capture her.
You're not going to be able to capture her though. She's in the water. Like if you shoot her, she's going to drown.
Then I jump in and grab her.
Okay. I mean, we could try that. We'll see how that goes. So
He's
yeah,
like
try
the
to simulate-
Batman in the darkest timeline.
He's like the Batman in that College Humor one where he cuts the guy's throat and
Jeez.
they're like, Jesus, you just murdered that guy. He's like, no, he's sleeping.
Oh my god.
But go ahead and do it, Zerdurium. This is hilarious.
How far away is she? How far away?
This is like the comedy
like
that a
30 feet away.
stream wants.
She's
Sorry,
not
would you say
swimming
30
particularly
feet?
fast, so she's like 30 feet away if you count like the fact
Oh,
that
that's good.
you're up on the ship, like the diagonal down there. She's probably 20 feet away
Okay,
from the boat,
so
30 feet away
I can't
from you.
full round, right? Because I had to move over here.
Correct.
This is an interesting one. I can spell strike, right? But I can't spell combat. Is that how that works?
That's correct.
Or not.
Yeah, you can spell strike, but you can't spell combat.
I kind of want to do. Okay, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try and spell strike attack her with a ray of enfeeblement to lower her strength so she can't get away.
Go for it.
Is there? I think that's all I want to do. Yeah. Okay. I'll roll the attack.
Okay, that'll hit. She gets a fortitude
Okay.
save versus the Ray of Enfeeblement, right?
Yep. Save is DC 14 only.
Looks like she made the save, so she's going to take half the strength damage, or strength penalty.
Yep. So she takes 2 strength penalty.
2 strength penalty, okay. Noted.
And then I tell Silric, I'm going after her. And I jump. God damn it, this is stupid. But I jump over the
Well,
edge
Let's see here.
next
Okay,
round.
I just
Probably.
Good luck.
It's moments like these where you figure out who your character truly is.
Yeah, she keeps swimming away.
I'm playing as my character. Does Silric do anything? Do you want to jump in? I say we have to go after her.
You as well.
It's the ocean.
You're not coming with me?
Right.
What the
I'm
hell?
not coming with you on this one.
Nope. Yeah. Yep.
So, Swanky, you're really robot-y, staticky for me. Is it the same for everyone else?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay,
Just
I don't know.
Just now, yeah. It went staticky. So you might have to reconnect event, unfortunately. Okay, so you jump in the water. All right.
Bye, Zerdurium.
And you never saw
Jace.
Jace again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before
Yeah.
like a shark
Murder
gets you or
mystery?
something,
What?
Everyone's like,
More
Jace was the one who was
disappearing
murdered.
mystery?
or like a bunyip.
Yeah, it becomes a murder mystery about what happened, who murdered Jason.
I mean, Silric knows, but whatever.
Was Jace even
It's
murdered,
Silric, yeah.
though? It's a disappearing mystery now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess they'll know Chevy was murdered at least. Unless Silric finishes the job and pushes him overboard, and then it's 3 people
Oh,
disappear.
God
all
damn it.
3 of them go. We have no idea
Why-
It
what
was only
happened.
supposed to be
Why would you
one
swim with me?
missing person, and now it's your fault that it's 3.
That,
Whatever.
the captain is gonna be so mad that
Oh,
3 people were murdered on his boat. Or on
Hey,
her
I'm
boat,
not
rather.
dead yet.
it could have been a
Okay,
sea
so I have-
Not
creature
yet.
at night. Like, nobody
Let's see,
knows.
I wouldn't have been sleeping in my armor, though. Because medium armor. Or, no, it's light armor. I would have been sleeping in it.
You would have been sleeping in it? Okay.
Okay, do
It's
I
light
hear
armor,
the
yeah.
Well, she keeps-
splash from the water? I want to know.
She keeps swimming. Go ahead and roll. You can roll another perception if you'd like.
Oh, probably not.
Nope. Alright, so... go ahead and
Silric
roll...
can
a
go wake people up.
So, Jace, it's your turn. Go ahead and roll... Yeah, you could. That's true. Jace, go ahead and roll a swim check. Alright, you're good at swimming.
I'm okay. It's a class skill.
Yeah, and you have a rank it.
So this was my plan. Lower her strength, then try and swim after her.
Yeah.
And hope that she can't outswim me. That's the plan. And we're not too far offshore, so I hopefully won't drown.
Well, she's pretty good at swimming, too.
Dang. Yeah, I was hoping she would fail her fort save.
Yeah, it was a decent
Then I
idea.
could have
Like,
done-
if you rolled high on there, too, but she's only taken 1 penalty from it, basically, on her swim check. So.
Yeah, if I could have rolled like a 5 or 6, and I guess a 6 would have been a 4 penalty, would have been pretty significant, but it's a long shot. Yeah, I don't have any like crowd control, unfortunately.
Silric, what do you do when Jace jumps overboard
Yeah, Silric.
after?
Silric waves, remember?
I'm
Do you go
waiting.
wake
I'm
anyone
waiting to
else
see
up, or
what's
you
Are
just
you
gonna...
are you gonna
gonna
wake
watch
anyone
it?
else up?
happening.
Alright.
Depends how this goes.
Okay.
He's like, all right, Batman, go do your thing.
So, yeah, you don't think you can outswim her in terms of your speed. You
Okay.
do think you could follow her all the way to shore.
Oh,
And not be too far behind.
far
Well, it's
away
gonna be,
from
it'll be tough, because
shore?
she's once she gets onto shore, like, she's only, like, 20 or 30 feet ahead of you. You'll probably, like, she'll have a couple rounds before you get there, so she'll be able to probably run off several hundred feet. But
That's
you might
fine.
be able to
I
track her
can
with
hit
you
her.
to land. Or hit her with
No,
a
I can
bow,
hit her
yeah.
with a shot. True strike.
Okay. But yeah, you do know there's like the swamp.
Okay.
You see like kind of there's a beach there, and then the swamp past the beach, like over the other end of the dune.
Oh,
over
so
there.
she might get into trees and stuff. I might not be able to see her. To
She might
hit her.
disappear into the swamp. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to swim after her. I don't know. I doubt you want to actually like roll the rolls out. I mean, I can
No,
just
I
make like
think
5 swim checks or something.
Your swim checks are going to be, your swim bonus is good enough
take
that
10.
you'll make the checks. I'm not worried about that. So you guys I don't have a map for this part of it. I had a map for the boat.
That's
but
fine.
Since it moved off the boat.
So you didn't
I don't have a
anticipate
map
this?
anywhere.
Come on.
No.
I
They
must
didn't
bring
come
her to
back.
justice. She's a
So
murderer.
this is swimming about 100 feet.
Okay.
It's about 100 feet
They're
from shore.
both
It's pretty
close
close.
to shore.
It's pretty close to shore. They moved as close as they felt was reasonable for this, and this was like a kind of in a little cove, because they wanted to make sure that if like rough water or storm rolled in or something while they were asleep, that they
And Silver probably
would
has
be in
pretty
somewhere
good
where they'd be
eyesight,
relatively safe.
right? Being a half elf.
Silveric has low light vision as an elf.
Or if you're a full elf, then you can definitely like
Mhm.
see me still. Okay.
Yeah, your elf eyes could see him. So yeah, you see Silveric, you see Diala get to the shore, and she takes off running across the sand, and you see Jace about like 10 seconds later or so he gets up and clambers out of the water.
So she's like 3
And
move actions away ish.
yeah, she's running up the dune about 100 feet away right now, and you think she's about to disappear over the dune, but you have a shot. You have
Yep.
a
So
full
I
round
definitely
even.
can't. I definitely can't spell strike with any spells, probably because I don't think they're medium
You
range.
can with long range. You can with medium or long range ones because she's only about 100 feet away, but short range ones is gonna be too far.
Let me double check.
It is within your range
range
increment.
Close.
However, she's far enough away that you're probably gonna have
close.
to even with.
Yeah.
Well, you have low light vision, so I think you'll be okay with there.
Okay. Well, all my stuff is close range, so I won't be able to apply any of those spells. But I will be able to true strike, so at least my first attack hits.
Okay.
So spell combat, rapid shot.
True strike. So you get 2
With
attack.
true strike. How long were we swimming?
You were swimming for about a minute.
Okay, so I have to
little
reapply
bit
my
more than a
arcane
minute.
pool weapon
Yeah.
enhancement. So I'll reapply that. Oh wait, that's a swift action. Is spell combat a swift action? It's not.
No, spell combat's not even an action at
Okay.
all. It's just something you do when you full round.
Oh, I need to take off point blank. God damn it!
It's like
Okay,
asking if 2-weapon fighting is an
recalculate, though.
action.
Yeah, okay. I hit recalculate. I don't know if it's gonna count point blank or not. I might just have to hit it again, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
No
No pressure, just
whatever.
the only
I'm
one
just
doing
gonna
anything.
roll it. I know. This is my own doing. Okay, so the first one will get a plus 20, and ignore. Actually, I'll just uncheck that because I don't get a spell strike shot.
Correct. No spell strike shot.
So
She's got 2 shots.
that should be it. First one's at a plus 20.
I think you're gonna have to get a crit probably to get her down here though. So you do hit with the one of those attacks. The other
first.
one misses.
Yeah.
But yeah, then she disappears over the dune, and you think you probably could try to chase her down, but you're gonna be.
No, it's too far.
You might, yeah. And
I
then
took
you
a
might
full
get
round
lost in
here,
the
knowing
marsh.
that was my last shot.
You do think that she's probably gonna have a hard time though, because she's out in the she didn't have time to grab any supplies or anything unless she just happened to have them on her person. Like, whatever
Yeah,
she had
she
on her
might not have been
person.
ready.
She might not have been ready to survive. Like, she wasn't planning to do it. She said she was planning to disguise herself as Chebby, basically, somehow.
Yep. And I know she can disguise herself now, so I'm probably never going to find her again.
Maybe.
So.
You might run into her again.
Okay.
It's hard to say.
Well, there's not much I can do. I will swim back to the boat and meet up with Silver,
Yeah.
assuming he's
Out of character, she
still
would
watching.
have also given... She was going to give you, like, something to bribe, but, yeah. You
No,
probably would have
that's
taken
fine.
it anyway.
I mean, you can't bribe away murder.
Fair enough.
Okay, well,
You
let's back off. Let's wait a second. If it was very significant, then maybe.
Who knows? Maybe it was. Maybe it was.
I mean,
don't know.
Jace is, he's
hard
not
to
a
say.
paladin. He's not going to lose all his abilities if he turns a little
okay,
corrupted. So, everyone has their price.
Yeah. But if you just
Okay,
attack someone
anyways.
before they try to bribe you, then that avoids messy situations like that.
Yep. Okay, so I swim back. And I am sorry I kind of didn't wake the rest of the party up, but I don't know. I thought it would be more fun.
I wouldn't have
Or
been able to
interesting,
do
I guess.
anything about it. So.
All I would have done is like
Hold
push
her
you
pants
over the
down.
ship so that she could get away.
Yeah. All right. So what do you guys do? What do you do when you get back? Then, like, you swim back. Silric maybe lowers a boat for you or something to get back up. One of the rowboats, or throws a rope for you.
Are there ropes on the side or a ladder or anything?
Yeah, there'd probably be like a rope ladder that's like rolled up right now. But yeah,
Let's climb up.
assuming that Silric unfurls it
Yeah,
for
I'll
you.
throw down a rope ladder for
Roll
you.
down the rope ladder. All right. So yeah, Jace climbs back up, and you guys have it's middle of the night. You guys right now are the only ones up, and there's a dead body on the right on the
Okay, I'll
deck.
say, Silric, go wake the others. I'll wake the captain,
okay.
Alright. I go
and
wake
then
the rest
we'll
of them.
do that.
So you go
Meet
to
in the captain's quarters, or
you
meet
go to the
meet on
captain's
deck
quarters
with the
and-
body. Yeah.
You go to the captain's quarters and knock on the door. What do you say?
Yep. Say, Captain, I'm sorry to wake you. Something terrible's
She
happened.
says, What is it?
You won't be
You
happy.
better not be waking me up with some silly nonsense like a murder mystery.
It's not a mystery. I know exactly who did it, and I have a witness.
And you see she opens her she opens the door and comes out with like the little freaking facial mask with the cucumbers and shit. It's like, this had better be good.
It's
Yeah, it's
definitely
like an
not
Yzma.
good, but
Yes.
it is important.
So
And then
Yeah,
I'll
she
lead
comes
her to
out.
the deck and show.
yeah. Yeah. Says, oh, it's my first mate Chebby. First mate's brother Chebby. Why? I mean, he was kind of harsh on the crew, but why would anyone want to murder? You said you know who did it?
Yeah, and I'll explain the story of what's her face and getting revenge for apparently he killed her daughter, supposedly. I rolled a sense motive. I don't think I ever asked if I believed her story.
Oh yeah, no, it seemed
Um,
like she was being truthful, but
Okay. But
Yeah,
anyways, I tell how I chased as hard as I could and tried to stop her from
Yeah.
escaping. So,
assuming Silverk went and
but
woke
she
you
got
guys
away.
up, and the rest of you guys can show up on deck as well, including Andal,
And
rubbing his
I'll
eyes.
still work back my story as well. Like, yeah, we were both there. That's what happened. She's gone now. You can check her quarters.
Yeah, she's like rubbing her temples. I guess that explains why she was willing to pay so much to get on board. I figured she was just in a really big hurry to get to Corvosa, but I guess the reason why she was so willing to pay as much was because she specifically wanted to get on this boat.
I suppose so. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. I haven't looked at what she did, but he was dead before. We just
he
heard
was
the
stabbed.
noise. Okay.
It looks like his throat was slit.
It's a good thing we, Silric and I heard her and woke up, though, because she was going to take his place and disguise herself some form, I assume magical, to look like him. So it could have been a lot worse. She could have been able to do more harm. But at least now we can warn the guards to be on lookout for her.
Well, and she did say where she came from too, if you remember.
Yeah, Kirmaga.
She came from
Yes,
Kermaga.
because she talked about the Ardocs.
Mm-hmm.
Those darn
Yeah.
Ardocs.
I know a thing.
She's from the same district as the Ardocs. And the Ardocs who are supposed to be responsible for maintaining order and doing justice and whatnot
Golems.
in that district. Yeah, they also make the districts, but they're like in charge of the Bis district, which is where she's from. So she was explaining that the Ardocs basically let Chebby off the hook, even though he murdered, at least according to Diala,
Yep.
murdered Diala's sister. Or, no, Diala's niece, rather.
Was a niece? Okay. 13-year-old
It was her niece,
girl.
13-year-old niece.
It's terrible.
So, yeah. Yeah. Captain Yarnell kind of like, rubs temples, like, all right, well, I'll have to let Hawkeye know. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And she goes and gets like a tarp or something like that to kind of wrap Chebby's body in for now. And
Man, I can't even loot the body.
yeah, you guys should have went and woke them up and not woke the captain up. Could have looted the body first.
I mean, that's wrong, and Jace would never do that.
I've been itching to steal something.
Yeah. And
Oh.
Yarnell
there's
says, well,
wood.
I can't say that I'll miss you very much when you leave tomorrow morning. I should have known adventurers only bring murder mysteries when they're on
Yeah.
boats.
No.
At least it wasn't very mysterious this time.
Yeah, Jace just doesn't. He's speechless. He's like thinking he did this good thing to at least figure out who did it and try and catch her, and instead,
Yeah.
this is the things he gets. But
Gotta wonder why
he
it
doesn't
doesn't
say
feel so
anything.
good.
All right.
It's fine.
That's kind of where we're going to wrap things up for this session. I guess I'll leave you kind of on
okay.
a little bit further, but so the next morning, like basically, Chebby's brother hears about Hawkeye hears about his, he hears about his brother dying. He's very distraught, and someone else kind of has to take over his first mate duties. But you guys don't have to travel very far to get the rest of the way to Lady's Light. Like it's a few hours. Oh, you guys are only a few hours away right now, and the captain's, pulls up there, and they drop the anchor in there, and you can see the Lady's Light. You can see it's a statue. Looks a lot like the painting that you guys have. There might be a picture I can show you of the Lady's Light. I'll have that next session, I guess. I don't have one prepared at the moment, but yeah. So she says you're gonna have to take one of these rowboats. I'll send one of my crew is gonna go out there with you in the rowboat, and maybe two rowboats actually, because that way you don't all cram into one boat. So I'll send two crewmates, and they're gonna drop you off, and they're gonna bring my boats back. And
All right.
she says, I know I've given it some thought, and I know it's not your fault. I was the one that let Diala on. I should have known that bribe that she was offering me was too good to be true. And I mean, I guess it was still a lot of money, but yeah, I mean, you weren't the ones that took the money. So I'm going to maintain my what I was originally going to offer you. And if you'd like, on my way back from Corvosa, I can stop here, and if you're able to signal me using a fire, use some smoke to signal that you're here, we can send a couple rowboats in to come pick you up. When I'm only willing to stop out here for a day on my way back.
Okay. When will you be coming back through here?
It'll be 26 days from now.
Okay. If we are here and looking for a ride, we will signal you over. Otherwise, if you don't see smoke, then probably you don't even need to wait a day if you don't want to.
Right. I'm going to assume if I don't see smoke that you've managed to get yourself killed or maybe
Or we may go back on our own.
walked back or something, found another way back to Magnamar or wherever it is you want to go.
Eh. But if we can, we'll try to signal the ship.
Yep, agreed. We
Yep.
appreciate the offer, and hopefully, with our presence gone, no more murders will happen on your ship. Strange things do seem to
I
happen
certainly
around
hope
us
not.
wherever we go.
I do tell Jace that all you had to do was not even tell her.
What?
You didn't have to tell her about
Not
it.
Tell her what?
Maybe as you guys would say after when you're not there, it's like you could have just not told her about the murder, just taken up her
Yeah.
offer. Just
Well, the
kept
whole
quiet
ship
about it.
knows now.
What
Yeah.
am I supposed to do when there's a body on the deck and someone's gone?
You push it over.
And
Yeah.
then what? Say that I don't know what happened, they just disappeared?
Yep, you rub your hands together and leave it.
That's wrong. Abrellis, I can't believe you'd suggest
So,
that.
Plus,
yeah.
it wasn't you anyway. You didn't do it.
But doesn't the brother have the right to know what happened to his own brother?
I guess she doesn't know, like, the circumstances of it like he does. But I would say it wasn't even any of your business.
I it's different perspectives on that, right?
Yeah.
Andal will put his hand on Jace's shoulder and say, "Jace, I think you did the right thing."
Oh, well, thank you, Andal. I do also think I handled it pretty well.
But yeah,
God.
that's kind of where we're gonna wrap up the session. So next session will begin.
Now
let's not end on the awful pun.
Well, anything else you guys want to wrap up while we're on the boat? But yeah, we'll begin the next session with you guys exploring the area around the Lady's Light and perhaps try to figure out, like what the avenue is to move towards getting the shard, which is apparently at the.
Well, we're
Lady's
gonna
Light.
go see Moreau, right?
Yeah, probably. That's.
So I think that's our
Jennifer
plan.
recommended. Okay. So, I mean, that's what I'm
Okay,
gonna expect
Moreau
you
to
to do.
come
But
next time.
I'll try to have the entire thing prepared, like everything, the entire area outside the Lady's Light. So.
We go to
And probably
Kermaga to
the first
track
part
down
of
the
the dungeon.
murderer.
Well, yeah. Spoiler alert: you might get to go to Karamaga later in this book. I think I've mentioned
Yay!
that before.
You've
I think
told
I
me
mentioned-
before, yeah.
Yeah, I think I mentioned as well back when
Some
back
some
during,
build up for later in the
session
game.
0 that later you do get to go to Karamaga, and I'm excited about that as well because
Yes.
Yeah. some stuff that's already mentioned that I was like, I use that in my campaign, and I'm happy too that I feel like because I didn't read Shattered Star before I did that campaign, and I like that some of the stuff that they reference in there. I was like, well, they kind of handled it similar to how I handled it, so
Nice.
like nothing that was in Shattered Star contradicts anything that I did in my campaign. So yeah,
Oh, that's good.
which is
Yeah.
nice. I was worried about that at first. I'm like, oh crap, what if it contradicts what I had in there? I might have to change it, but I'm like, oh, I don't have to change anything. Like it doesn't contradict it. So yeah.
Okay, Pluto, you know what time it is. Experience time.
XP time. Yes. There will be a little bit of XP here. So first thing is I think you get some XP for turning in
Story
that-
XP?
Yeah, there's some XP for turning in the quests that I hadn't given you yet, like for going to Man Fountain, for example.
Yay!
If the PDF will load.
How did he get his name again?
It was from a random name generator. Then random name
Wow.
generator generated the name Man Fountain, and I'm like, all right, that's his name.
That is like a keeper among
I think
Roll20 names.
It wasn't even from Roll20.
It was
from
a random site. Right.
it was
Oh,
a
okay.
website I was using, and it gave me a list of like 10 names, and that was one that jumped out at me for obvious reasons. Like, that's the one I'm using. It's a very memorable name. Okay, so let me pull out a calculator so I can punch these numbers in. Okay, so experience for that plus that,
And Secret, just another reminder, I won't be here Saturday.
Okay.
Brr.
Yep.
Okay, and then the last bit.
I'm
600,
tired.
and then I can divide that. Okay, so everybody gets 1,800 experience.
Okay,
Hey.
1800.
1,800. Yep.
It's pretty good. But how much experience do we get for preventing the mystery of the murder mystery?
That was.
That's like bonus points, right?
The reward is not still
we
being
don't have to
on
do
the boat.
mystery.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say about what, like, I'd say about 800 of that experience was for the
Oh, that's pretty good.
murder mystery.
I mean, perception is good.
Yeah,
Saved
there was a chance that nobody
whole
rolled high on
session.
that, and well, if nobody rolled high on that, she just pushes Chevy's body overboard, and she takes her on her disguise, and you guys probably don't even notice, and you just leave, and the murder mystery never happens, at least until after you guys leave. And then maybe when Diala or when you get picked up, you get to hear about how, like, well, you guys would have noticed actually when you woke up that Diala was missing. That would have been what happened, because she was gonna cut loose one of the lifeboats and like.
Yeah, and Captain's like, she spent all this money to go on my ship, and then she just leaves. I don't understand.
Yeah, and then she'd been like, thinking about it, and she'd be like,
you know?
she'd be like, hold up, no, I'm not thinking about this anymore. This is way too close to being a murder mystery, and I am not
Yeah.
willing to accept that being on my boat.
Oh,
I'm extending the
man.
murder mystery ban. No mysteries of any sort allowed.
Monsters. Oh, man.
I don't know. I just had a laugh when I'm like reading through this. I'm like, I just feel like you can't help yourself. Like when you're writing an adventure, like a module or
Yeah.
anything, and it's on a boat, like you end up being like, I have to have someone murdered. Like it's just like when you're a GM or like an AP writer or
why
something like that.
not,
Like you just get this like
krakens or
compulsion. You're like,
squids?
I have to.
Why does
I
it
have
to
to.
This could have just completely been avoided, though, if we went through the swamp.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there
that would have
no
been avoided
chance of
as
it.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, then there's
Which
a
is
there's
crazy
a
to me.
there's a different thing written for if you do that. So, which is not a murder mystery.
Not a murder mystery.
But yeah,
Dang.
I used to think like that's the reason to not get on a boat because the GM has like a bestiary with a bunch of aquatic creatures. But actually, the reality is
Yeah.
you don't get on the boat because there's going to be a murder mystery. Like that just every time. So
Okay.
that's the real reason to not get on a boat.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway,
well,
I hope you guys had fun.
really,
We are
really good session.
We are
yeah.
officially in book 2 starting next session. This was technically kind of like it was technically from a web supplement. It was kind of in between book 1 and 2.
Oh, neat.
Most of this stuff was.
Pluto, this might have been my favorite session, I think. I think it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it so much.
Because I got to craft 3+1 items. Or
Oh,
three,
yeah.
yeah.
All right.
That's why. Not because of the story, because I got gear, loot.
Dang. So it wasn't anything that I did.
Hey, no, no.
Hurt my
I'm kidding.
feelings.
Wonderful.
I'm kidding, obviously.
I had fun, so.
No, it was definitely
Yeah, it was
up
fun.
there. I don't know what the rankings are of sessions. They've all been so good.
What session are we on anyway? I
yeah.
haven't been keeping track of
13.
session count. 13. Okay.
I think I said that right.
Huh,
Yeah,
okay.
13.
So hopefully everyone will be here for
Unlucky
the
13.
18th. 18th will be the next session.